So we join heroes in the yard of wicked Winnie Greenteeth, who lies dead in a giant bird's nest just outside of the hedge wall. Bran is slowly lying in that hill. Hargus is sort of laying the dirt where he landed hard from a 30-foot fall out a window. And Jasper is beating the flames out, the last flames of...
I ran all the way to the ground, Daddy.
I can fly! Really, I'm a land shark now!
Nothing like the coyote.
So, after having killed her, you guys are wounded but alive.
As soon as I get up, I'll do the frickin' dance.
What do you guys do? We'll start with Bran Breck. So, the nest is slowly lowering to the ground. You see...
Last I recall, I was trying to figure out the method by which this vehicle operates.
Yes.
And I was currently in a captain stance on the, quote, bow of the nest?
Yeah, you're not quite sure which side, front, back, or whatever.
I have decided that this is the bow.
Try each one. You try one side, the other, and you're like, things seems working anyway, so I guess try this one. You try all kinds of stuff, kicking your legs, pointing in different directions, yelling
Willing
at
it.
Yeah, just
letting a wave go.
It just slowly just goes to the ground over the next minute or so and lands softly onto the ground.
I step off of it, and I say, well, that's defective. Well then.
Probably.
And I saunter over to the gate, and I try to open the gate, see if it's locked again.
Okay, as you get closer to the hedge, you notice that the vines that are kind of woven tightly together forming an edge, they look a little looser than before, and they're moving a little bit slower. Yeah, a little bit. It's hard to tell because everything here is so grayish, but they don't seem to be looking like snakes anymore. Like they're just look like snake and tor, slowly kind of slowing down as if they're losing energy or something. So this gives you enough courage to try the gate, and you move it, and it seems open just.
Okay. Yeah. Well, don't need to use the nest to get out of the hedge anyways.
Yeah.
I think we're done here. Have you found the girl?
Jasper's inside, frantically beating at the walls.
Runs out. Jess comes out to take a deep breath as cough smoke that the whole house is with. And
why is the house on fire?
I just, I think you probably missed that part.
It happened downstairs. I never saw it. It was darkness, and then I climbed out the outside and up.
Just a little bit of fire. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you managed to beat out the rest of the flames, Jasper. And it's smoky in there, but the walls are not burning down it. So
can't take you nowhere.
Can't
have nothing nice.
What's that?
Can't have nothing nice.
Well,
can't have nothing nice.
We didn't really have this. It was more. Anyway.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I can hear the girl. I'm gonna go in and look for the girl. I could hear her crying. So I'll see you guys inside, and I'll go inside and start trying to find where the girl is. It sounded like she was maybe in a hatch or something in the floor.
Right. I just felt like I needed to get my 2 cents in as long as after that fall. So
you might have had your 2 cents knocked out.
I feel like I've used my life's worth of luck, so hopefully nothing more happens.
As long as I got some crackers and this feather, we are safe.
I am not convinced.
Do it?
I am not convinced.
Jasper,
right.
you kind of go in, kind of like a scar or something over your mouth, kind of filter out the rest of the smoke that's in here. You kind of open a couple windows. Hear a yelling sound, like a cry for help. It's muffled, and you kind of look around, kind of put your ear to the floor, and it definitely sounds like the sound is coming from below the floor.
Okay.
Sidebar to Brambrick. Brambrick, what if she's a hag now? Even a wee hag. She can't be pleasant.
Well, I mean,
I assume
is
we're...
to return her, not return her in good condition.
Right. Watch your hands.
Just saying, business is business.
Gotta go.
If they want to pay us to solve how to turn her back from a hag, that's them. If they wanted, protection money to keep that from happening in the first place, we offer those services too.
I wrote down everything I knew about hags.
Bring her back, or find out more specifically what happened to her. And if we tell them she's alive as a hag, looks like maybe you shouldn't leave your windows open at night. That's the best that we could do, because that's our contract.
Maybe you should burn some sage to get rid of the interdimensional doors.
Well, this is why you should insure your children.
Hargus, talking to Breck, behind the shaped dog watching both of you off in the distance near the hedge.
Hey, doggy! Hey, doggy!
I'm not a dog.
Who said that?
The dog starts slowly, hesitantly walking towards you guys.
All right, alpha male. Who's it gonna be?
I slowly turn to Hargus, puff up my chest a bit more.
There you go.
I'm joking.
Now listen, doggy. There'll be no humping. If you come over here, there'll be no growling, or I'll hump you. And we will establish this boss right now. I'll say that in Elvish.
Okay, Abishai is kind of padding towards you very slowly.
I've seen your way.
His head kind of cocks in confusion at you a little bit when you start
thinking. Was it Elvish or
Hargus?
I think I'm mixing up two languages. There's Elvish and then there's
Sylvan and
Sylvan.
Elvish.
I associate the two together.
Yeah, they kind of work.
They're close. Sylvan is kind of like old Elvish because it's like the Fey language that elves came from the Fey world. So, so you meet him and he seems to kind of close to you or whatever. Brandbrick, suddenly you notice that there's something next to you, and you look around and see the shadowy dog, like sort of pecking towards Hargus, giving you a few of bird, like timidly almost.
Gonna roll to see if I can keep my composure from stabbing it.
Hey, as long as he's coming over, I'm gonna go ahead and drink a healing potion.
Okay. And Jasper, you can make an investigation check to look through.
So basically, I'm holding a healing potion like a can of Coors, and I'm talking to this dog like a trailer trash here.
Okay.
Is your healing potion like in a tin can that's been punctured in the top? And does it actually like have still the old wrapping of baked beans around it?
Bad beans. It's the well-known brand.
Bad beans +4.
I named one of my goats after him.
Okay. So I am startled by the dog, and when I looked over my shoulder earlier, I didn't see it, and now I'm like, "What? What are you talking to? I'm no dog. What? What?
Oh my god!"
And then I will punch it.
No! Hold!
Punch it.
I'm going to attempt
No.
to punch it.
No, I'm giving my hip
Make the
shove.
tackle.
Can I roll a hip shove?
Sure, let's roll initiative on this.
I just saw a
roll
meme
initiative.
about making friends with lesser demons today, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, not good.
I
6.
befriended.
Roll
Sick.
initiative there, Hargus.
Yeah, roll initiative to see if you can catch him before he.
Come on,
Yes.
Hargus.
Probably will. He wasn't very fast on the.
Jiu-jitsu.
We need a shadow puppy.
10. So I guess that'd be a 14.
Yeah, you go
Okay,
first. So what do?
so
you
you
see me
see-
about to punch.
Yeah, you see him.
I'm
ready to
getting
pull
the hip.
dog.
Y'all familiar with the hip shove?
Yeah, the check.
Just under his, just check him with the hip, knock him off balance, make him go wide.
Okay, so yeah, you knock Branbreck back, kind of snap out of it.
Classic drunken bar ball. Everybody knows it. Just
At
need
the
to-
sudden movement,
There you go.
Abishai backs up like 10 or 15 feet and is just like kind of.
Easy now, puppy. Easy there, Branbrick. It's
you-
Branbrick, by the way, GM, not Brandrick.
Scott's very on top of.
I've been practicing before y'all got on. I was like, Branbrick.
I don't know why my name has been so difficult this campaign.
Well, see now, BB. We're trying to make a pet here.
BD. Oh,
Don't
gosh.
hunt the dog, BB.
But are you
That'll
trying
get
to
under your
befriend
skin.
that beast?
I'll give it some catalyst. It'll come along.
It's better than goats, I suppose. I get up and I start walking to the house.
It's better than the teeth.
What teeth?
All right, what do you roll, Jasper?
10 investigation. So it's a bit smoky in here.
Yeah, you start. Yeah, it's pretty smoky. You're trying to like find like a loose floorboard or something. No luck yet. Branbreck, you enter the house and smoky in here, but you see Jasper kind of
Look
on
around,
his hands. He's trying.
tapping the floor.
You hear something very faintly.
Hargus,
I will first sneak up to Jasper
probably not hard to
and
do.
then spine over his shoulder, try to figure out what he's doing, and then assist in investigating if I do.
Okay.
You're just not even going to try to befriend the dog. That's hurtful.
That's all you, Hargus. You got this.
Listen, you want to befriend brief.
As you
I can't say
guys-
that word.
And as
I'm
you
gonna
guys look around,
I got more to say to the dog. So go on.
Yeah.
Just
as
let
you
me know.
guys look around and try to figure out how to like get to the girl here underneath the floor, you get a better look at this house. You look around. There's a big witch's cauldron boiling over glowing green flames under it, and there's some sort of green liquid that's glowing and inside it and bubbling. You see shelves with books that's to be bound with black skin. Quite a few vials and potions on the shelves. You see a glass jar with a pickled unicorn fetus in it.
Oh, wee hag.
There's a jar that has an eyeball floating in it. Seems to be watching you guys.
The eyeball's moving as like we move around.
Yeah, it seems to just be kind of
Cool.
just like watching you, and every once in a while, it jolts and looks to the door at where I guess is talking to the dog and stuff, and kind of looks around casually, and then kind of walks you guys. It gets more that sort of thing, and you see a clay jar with pale looking herbs poking out of it, and then there's the staircase that's completely caved in now, and a lot of creepy stuff here. And then like a raggy old bed with just rags all over it. Smells terrible. Make a investigation check, Branbreck, as you help Jasper look around.
Investigation.
Hey, I don't know if you know it, doggy, But I'm right cozy with old Bancotha there now, so you might rethink your attitude.
Abishai, take a couple more steps back from you.
I'll jiggle the bone at him. See you, puppy? And there's something you haven't considered. Chances are that we girl's a hag now, and she's going to need a companionship. So you either go with us and act like a friendly puppies till we can get through this, and then support her, or we kill you now.
Persuasion.
What's it going to be?
Or intimidation
Or no
check if you're actually threatening it.
It's not a
Intimidation
threat.
if you're okay, so persuading it.
Persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion.
That's
But
not a
I don't necessarily think this is a dog, but as long as he's in dog's form, I'm going to be dominant.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make a persuasion then.
I mean, that's one way. That sounds like Hargus' plan to most things.
There you go.
How do you think he keeps those goats in line? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
20 on the investigation.
What am I doing? Am I supposed to be doing something
Persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Make a persuasion check.
14 plus charisma, right? 4, so 18? Or is it
Okay. If you're proficient, you would add some more to that, but still pretty good either way.
plus 3, yeah, so.
Okay. So yeah, like the one or thing. Yeah, so he inched close to you a little bit more. You can see like the wounds that he has from you guys blasting him with light and maybe stabbing him. I can't remember all this you guys did.
Yeah, I stabbed in the forehead with like a crit one time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, that was still today. So yeah, in his head, there's a big hole and like smoke is just billowing out of it. Yeah, he kind of comes a little bit close to you, kind of sniffs the bone a little bit. You can see his tail is between his legs. He's pretty scared, but yeah, you managed to. He seems to be submitted a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to talk to him like he's intelligent until he proves otherwise.
Okay,
And
so you just start
How does
talking
an
to him.
unintelligent
and
creature
ease
prove
him
to you
down,
that's
sort of
not?
thing.
Remember the hag was talking to him like he had a name, and she was talking to him like he was. She wasn't giving him commands. She was talking to him earlier when we first encountered him.
Well, maybe he's a Dalmatian or something.
well, historically, humans have set the bar pretty low for things that we are willing to engage in conversation as if they could fully comprehend everything we say. So, I
He's way
myself,
too big to be talked to that way.
yeah. I've had long conversations with a pet praying mantis of mine, so I feel like you
I
can't.
love praying mantises.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'll talk to my dog.
Did it just consider you
They're
was a male or
usually
female,
blue.
and did it consider eating your head?
It was a male, and I believe if it was larger, it would absolutely have considered eating my head. Given the disparity in size, I think it didn't quite occur to it. But yeah, if it was larger, praying mantises would be eating anything and everything that was at their disposal. So.
And cleaning themselves.
You know what I saw a meme where with the headless praying mantis and this mantis next to it says, "Someone got laid last night."
That's true.
That's
It's true. It's true.
It's so wrong. I know.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. No,
No, I love that. That's funny.
if the female isn't well fed at the time, she'll absolutely take the fella out.
I looked at a video of how that works, and it's creepy. So
Yeah, praying mantises are like wicked alien murderers from. They are so crazy, but they're fun to have as pets too. They're pretty fun.
Oh, they're awesome.
There's a sadistic part of yourself that loves watching the suffering of lesser creatures like insects.
Yeah,
When
it's
you
just-
get to the beast. You're like,
They have an ant called a harvester ant here where I grew up. Harvester ants are like the biggest ants you'll ever see in America.
Yeah.
And They make these big, like 4 foot across mounds, and that was one of the greatest pastimes of summer was catching praying mantises and dropping them in those. Because they'll grab a couple, crack them, stick them under their arm, and then grab one for the road. Then they'll run off.
Wow.
It's the best thing ever.
That's insane.
Awesome.
What?
I love praying mantises because they're just not icky at all. You know, they're not a gross bug. They're just cool looking. Yeah. So that's what I really.
Except when their eyes go like this.
Like I love that. I love that.
If you look close, their eye.
Well, I'll tell you, do not look up hummingbird versus praying mantis. You will not like it.
I saw some pictures of that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, just know it's wrong. It's wrong on some level that I can't watch it.
I mean that speaks to what I was saying about. The only thing holding praying mantises back from eating us is a size disparity. If
I'll
praying
tell
mantises,
that to anybody with a snake.
Yeah, if praying mantises were the size of large dogs, they would definitely be preying on humans. Good
God, yes.
Yeah.
Notes for homebrew creatures.
I know, right?
Campaign arc.
No evil like neutral evil.
Brad, you helped Jasper look around. You find this floor in the corner, kind of under the stairs, and you manage to pry it open. And the sound of calling out is louder now. You can tell that you look down and there's a trap door, basically, that leads to a basement. And from you hear, "Somebody for help! Buddy, what's going on?"
So I find a secret entrance, or do I find her, or?
You found a trap, basically, and you look and you hear a voice coming from the basement below.
Am I able to open it?
Yeah, you lift it up, and from below you look down like a ladder leading down into a basement below.
I will leave it open, sneak back over to Jasper, and tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah. Man, just
as you gasp in a bunch of smoke.
You need to alert people when you're coming up behind them. What?
But I came from the front.
Oh, it's very smoky in here. Have you found anything?
Yeah, there's a trapdoor over there and a small girl inside.
That would be what we're here for.
Help me!
Okay, well, let's go.
Yeah,
Thought you put out the fire.
Yes. You know how things smolder for a bit. It's just really filled up. I don't think she was one for like airflow and good, kind of clean open air. She seemed very, stagnant, sort of, very thick. So, yeah, let's get the girl out of here and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, so we'll go down the stairs and.
All right.
All right. Stepping outside.
Oh, we're going down into the basement to find the girl.
So, guys, go into the basement, and down there is it's completely dark down there, but you guys can see with your dark vision. You see a little girl. The room itself has like a couple of melted candles near her that are lit, a chamber pot. You see like a couple of rats kind of just wandering around down there. She's living in pretty dirty conditions down there. The oddest thing that you see is a bunch of vines along walls. And there's a big map vine growing out a corner right above Emeny. And she's kind of leaning against the wall, and her arm is up, and her arm completely encased vines that are kind of connected up into the ceiling. And you see her like look down with like dilated pupils of complete darkness, and she's, "Who's there? Who's there? Hello?
We're here to help. Emeny?
Katie? Oh, yes, that.
Yeah, that's me. Who are you? I can't see any.
Right. Do you have a torch, Bran?
Let me just.
Or I don't.
I actually don't think I do.
I don't carry torches. It's just I haven't really needed them.
I do. I have 10
Wait a
of them.
minute.
Hey,
Pull up
All
those.
my
Tinderbox. And then I think, should I be lighting more fire?
my lantern
inside
is
this
on
house?
the stairs, along with my stuff.
That's right. That's right.
We used all our torches for pyromania, but I still have my lantern
Um,
on the stairs.
yeah. Well, Bran's got one, so we should be all right.
Yeah, if you
I mean,
left
I
it
can
on
see
the
in the
stairs,
dark.
it's
I'm
buried
fine.
now.
Well, I think just to help her out, it'll help her feel a little better if we get some torchlight.
Can you get me here?
Yes, we're here. Your
Let's
mother
try
sent
getting her
us.
out.
Is the old lady still here?
No.
She is
No, she's
gone.
She had to
She
go
has
find a
left
shoe to live in.
permanently to
Oh,
another
sorry.
land.
We're talking
We made a
about-
deal.
She's looking for a big boot right now.
She's like, oh, I was hoping that you just killed her because she'll probably come back and let her go.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we killed her.
I am sure wherever she's at, it
Oh,
is
I like
quite
that bitch.
warm, and she won't be returning anytime soon.
Okay.
Are we not
Help
telling
me out.
her?
She's contributing to the cycle of life now.
Not till I trust her.
What? Wouldn't that be a good
Ignore
thing?
me. I'm not there.
It's true. wouldn't that be a good thing to test her with, to see how she reacted to that, if we're concerned?
Nope. We'll surely kill her soon. Sleep tight.
Why the smoke? Did something catch fire?
Yes, in the fight.
There was a mishap with a cat and a rug.
A cat? I haven't seen
I
any
don't know. I'm
cats
just making it
around
up. Help me out here.
What? I'll pull his shoulder to get him down real close so I can whisper furiously in his ear. Get down here! You're so bloody tall.
What are you talking about? I'm only 4'3". You're 3 foot.
Yeah, so come to think of it, I hit you in the shoulder or the head.
That's why I missed so bad.
Yeah, you quite
Yeah, you
literally
laughed,
sat on
didn't you?
my face.
Put a
Someone did. I just farted.
That's a good
Started hitting me with
I
his
was
hind
more
meat.
bothered by the stench than I was by the physical prowess of it all.
Whoa, we've been running a bit.
What is the purpose
Ready
of
in
the
the
lying? We have to, if we want a good lie, we have to have like a goal for the lie.
Listen,
what's
I
the
don't
goal?
know. It's what I default to. It's in my line of work.
Let's see.
Comes
what
along
happens.
with murder.
Let's see what happens when we tell her the truth, because that would be a bit more interesting, don't you think?
It sounds like a terrible idea, but go for it.
I like it better. Let's just take a good look at her, because she can't see us.
Kurt is really coming along.
We'll take a good look at her and when we tell her.
She's starting to get a little nervous as she still hasn't seen who you are, and you're like whispering, and you can see visibly
crying
to
out
like
loud.
breathe a little harder. Like,
My friend here's gonna get a torch out.
I lit a torch.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
okay, she like squints and she's just like, oh,
Sorry.
like she hasn't seen light days. And now that you're looking on, you see how the vines are green, alive. They're completely just like wrapped up her arm and stuff, and she's just like, oh, you're colorful. How did you? Who are you?
Is she pale? Is she gray?
She looks old. Yeah, looks like starting to lose.
Right. Where'd you hear that term? The colored folk term. Where's that from?
You just have colors. Everyone else around here has gray skin. But
Right.
I have an important question.
the old lady.
She's a racist too?
Colored and
Dang it.
I don't know what to do.
Already profiling.
She's
Are
already.
you just yelling in the trap door, Hargus?
Yelling down. He's still out there flirting with the dog. He's got. He's got.
I know.
I saw you back there. You were so savage.
You got to resolve your puppy.
We just hear weird random things going upstairs, and it's like,
yeah.
who is he talking to?
I was quite impressed. You really got us going there. I thought you had us.
Why? How did we end
What a
up
bit,
adventuring
man.
with this man?
It was the girls.
Anyway, what were you?
I really
what
want
were you
Neither
saying?
right.
that memory back.
That's the danger of pickup groups, you know. You never know what you're gonna get. It's just those random things.
I mean, he's useful, but sometimes I question things.
Your look almost big enough to pull a cart.
A shadow dog tied to a goat cart. And you will lead my sleigh of goats.
Fido the shadow dog. Handed in.
I know with your smoky bite. Won't you guide my goat cart tonight?
Question: if you
Oh,
cook a
please
shadow
don't go down
dog,
this road
do you
anymore.
grill it or do you smoke it?
That's a good question.
Only one way to find out.
Anyways,
Anyway,
That'd be
what do
really
you guys,
great
what do
when
you
you
guys
make those
do?
smoky martinis.
So,
I'm
and
trying
Winnie also
to-
was just like, is my mom? Did you bring mom?
well, your mother and was it her uncle?
No. She probably calls him uncle though, and one of those weird kind of like, you know,
Sex thing, yeah.
No.
Mom's dating. Mom's dating.
Not the, not that guy. Not the baker's husband.
Mom's
that
uncle
she's
boyfriend.
affiliated with. Who is the relative that paid for all this?
Oh, I think it was an uncle. Yeah, it was an uncle. You're right. Yeah. Well, anyway, she probably doesn't even know him. But yes, we'll just say your mom sent us. We met with your mom.
Your mom and some
Your
extended
mom.
family hired some adventurers from. What was the name of the town? Greenest?
That was Hardale.
Hold on.
Hardale.
Yes.
Greenest
Oh.
is a Faerun town.
Hardale.
Hardale.
I'm never going to remember all these names.
Gotta
Obviously, I didn't.
need a map and a journal.
She kind of like is on the vines and stuff, but she's like, "Can we get out of here?
Yeah,
Scared.
Yeah.
Does
I
that
wanna
hurt?
go home.
Right, we're gonna get you out. We're gonna get you out of here.
I can't really move it.
Your moves kind of remind me of a Madonna video.
Yeah. Hey. Bran, are these vines moving still around us? Like, are they?
I don't know.
Are they moving
Down
along?
here, aren't.
Is there vines
No.
up above us? Like, is it the entire like floorboard,
No, it
ceiling,
kind of
and
goes
walls?
into a crack in the wall. Like the walls are just kind of plastered here or whatever. And you just see like a dirt spot, like cracked, and then the vines are going into that, kind of in the corner of the wall. So
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if we can free you first. But
Right.
can you tell us how you got here? What's your name?
my name is Emeny Sutter. The old lady
What?
took me here, and she said she was gonna make me. She was tired of me
Oh,
getting
then.
in the garden, so she said she's gonna turn me into a plant so that I had to guard her garden, and said that would be ironic, and she stuck me here, and I don't know what's happening. The vines are around my arm, and I think they're turning me.
I can hear you.
I don't know what to do. And now that you guys look around too, you also see like some faint outlines of like an arcane circle that's been chalked onto the ground. Well, that goes kind of to see because of the dust, like the wrath running around.
Right.
Looks like they're kind of ritual, but done and stuff.
Let's make sure that that's not magical first. Still.
I'll skirt around it and go over to Emeny on the wall there and just have you like scratched at the vines at all to try and pull it off your arm? Does it?
Yeah, they're really strong, and I'm kind of I kind of gave up a while ago. It just didn't seem like there wasn't any point trying to get out. Can you cut them off? Something? Have a sword
Yeah.
or a knife or
No,
something?
we just don't want to do anything. The trees and plants around here seem a bit more aware of what's going on than I'm used to, and probably more than you're used to as well. So we just want to make sure that we're not going to make anything angry by stabbing it, if you know what I mean. So we're just going to be,
I guess so.
yeah. We don't.
I I don't really. I haven't really seen. I didn't really touch any of the trees or something, but the hedge around this house is kind of scary. So maybe, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, kind of like that. So can we look around and see if it looks like there's any, like if this plant is more aware than it should be, or if we're cutting it, we'll...
More
You
aware than
look
it
at
should be.
It's not moving at all. It's not
Okay.
responding and get close to it or anything. You like watch it carefully, and it just looks like some vines that are wrapped around her arm.
Bran, what do you think about the circle there?
I mean, looks like a magic circle, but I mean, I've studied
In
a
a
few
circle?
things. I might be able to break it. I've dealt with some traps and some magical wards before, but I don't know if I recognize this or not. Let me take a look at it, and I'll take a closer inspection of the magic circle.
Make Archon deck.
In 2 levels, I can tell you.
Ooh, natural 20 for 24.
Okay. Yeah, well, you look at runes and you see runes of like transmutation and like basically after examining it for a little bit, you can see a fairly simple art formula that was designed to turn her into a vine-blit. Basically,
Can I
a
reverse it?
sentient like. You look at the circle and it's
You all right?
definitely like it's inert now. Its purpose has been served, and just like its magic has been spent and stuff. So it's whatever the ritual was is done, and the circle itself is nothing more than markings now.
Do I know if it's a permanent thing or something that could get fixed?
No, I can tell that it was going to the actual purpose of the circle was a ritual to turn her into a living plant, basically.
Which she kind of already is.
Well, I mean, she looked like a little girl with her hand tangled in a vine, but the circle itself, yeah, that's all you know about it, pretty much.
But the circle's been used.
Yeah, it looks like it was used. Ritual using it was complete, and this just went dark or dormant or inert, or basically that part of it done.
So you don't think it's active anymore then, huh, Bran?
Yeah,
No,
over
it
there on the...
seems that has happened, and now I'm worried that if we cut into that plant, will hurt her.
Well, that's...
But we still need to get her returned so that we can reverse whatever effects have happened to her with this curse.
Maybe you could reach above where her hand
Can you make a
would be.
drawing of all this stuff for... It's not my expertise, but do you have paper otherwise that we could mark down these writings? Because maybe that town wizard or somebody that can fix her when we return. That's better than her being turned into a hag. At least we know that it was because she had a vendetta against her, getting into her garden. Great hag.
All right. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I think we should both work on that here. But
right.
Do you want to try?
It's just one issue.
Do you want to try and maybe make a cut in the vines, maybe above where her hand would be, to see if it hurts?
Oh, well, I'll be trying that, but I want to see if it hurts. But
Right.
I'm going to do a couple of things first. Emma, hold still, and I pass the torch over to you, Jasper, because I don't really need it. I can see in the dark.
Right.
And I walk over, and I'm going to like, flick and like prod pretty hardly on the vine to see if it bothers her. Let her know if it causes any discomfort, like a doctor checking a patient with a giant tumor.
She doesn't react. She's like, "Are you gonna cut it?" She kind of tugs on it a bit more.
I just like stab it a bit.
So you, baby.
Nothing.
She's like, "You're probably gonna have to cut harder. They're pretty tough vines." Like she doesn't understand what you're doing. She's definitely not feeling any pain.
I'm gonna do like the slit across this way down the vine and just like slowly make an incision and just go over it again and again and then cross section it to try and get it so I can just pull her arm out from the one side.
Okay. I mean, her hand is glued to the wall with the vines. It's loose, and then they're just kind of connected up here, close to it or whatever.
Okay, so if I just cut all up there, she could just bring it all out. Okay,
yeah,
I'll just
do that. Okay, you chop the vines and stuff. Her arm goes down. She's like, "Ow." It's kind of tingly from like that. So she's shaking off, and a bunch of vines fall off. See that quite a few of the vines are like braided in and out and under her skin, like into her actual skin and stuff. And they're kind of like those that you cut are just kind of laying down and stuff. And she's like,
okay, don't pull those, but you've been cursed. We're going to have to go see the mage back in town and see if he can cure you of that. I have an important question for you, Emma. Emeny, do you remember how you got here?
It's Emeny.
Emeny.
The last thing I remember is I've been having bad dreams for a long time, like 2 nights straight, and my mom went to get me some water, and when I woke up, I was in the town, like outside my mom's house, but everything was dark, and there were scary people going around that didn't have any color, and the old lady took me to this house, and she was mean to me. She said that was the last time I was ever gonna get into her garden, but I'm sorry. I wish that I told her I was sorry, but she really mad. And then
let's go desecrate a corpse.
Let's jump over to Hargus with his shadow puppy so we can resolve him over there and get him into the basement.
Now, how do you heal the dog?
All right, you've been talking to the dog for a while.
Do you have any words, or am I just talking to a dog? Because you're a good dog.
Are you just like petting its belly?
Yeah. How do you heal a shadow dog? Would healing hurt you, or do you need some healing? I'll give you something.
Really chill dog, like he's just kind of sitting there, kind of looking around. He feels comfortable around you now and everything as you're talking to him, but he's not really like seem to be responding much. He's looking around and stuff. And then as you're talking to him over the next few minutes and stuff, his ears perk up and he looks over at the gate, and you see a figure walking up the path towards the house, towards the gate, towards you guys. Hargus.
Okay. Feeling pretty confident right now, and I'm going to have to do something. So I'm just going to stand up and march over. I've got my harp out, so I'm just going to be fiddling so I can be prepared. Okay. I actually don't have any spells left, so.
You brandish your harp menacingly.
I have 9 HP, so I don't know if we should be fighting. Cost myself quite a bit.
If you really want to know, I will toss that harp at him while I get my sword in range. So.
You see a guy, a humanoid figure, sort of walking down the path towards you. He raises his hand a little bit, in a black robe. As you're walking close, suddenly a severed hand falls up the gate, like right in front of you, and like just kind of perches on top of it, grabbing hold of it.
A severed hand?
A severed
Wait a
hand just
minute.
crawls up all itself, just like a real hand, and just like perches on top of the gate as the humanoid is just like walking towards the gate.
Isn't there somebody? Oh, is that the wolf guy? Is that the werewolf guy?
The werewolf?
No, he means the crazy guy. The crazy guy who attacked us?
Didn't we like eviscerate him?
Yeah.
Dismember him?
He was
It's
like
not
just a crazy
him.
guy. Yeah, this is
Okay.
a different guy.
Yeah, this
I'm
guy,
gonna-
you do recognize this guy. This is Cedric, the priest of Bancotha, and
The who?
is the priest of Bancotha that you guys talked
Okay.
to, and his familiar hand that he had. And walks up, and he kind of walks up the gate, and he's like, "You guys aren't really dead, are you?"
I thought we told him that already. Actually, I'm not there yet.
No, we're
I'm
talking-
actually thinking. I'm beginning to think you're a little smug for a priest.
It's like,
My
I
spidey sense is going
never
off.
seen anyone
Deliberately not
come
answering his
here.
question.
He says, I thought only the dead were permitted to come here, except for other extraplanar creatures like Winifred. And he kind of looks around at the oddly withering hedge and stuff, and he's kind of sore at that nest momentarily, but he's like, however, we saw your friend fighting that wolf in town. I saw how much blood came out of him, and the blood was red. You guys were telling the truth after all. How did you get here? You don't belong here, do you?
Well, I pull out the bone like it's a talisman, and I said, I guess the real question is are you prepared to help us get out of here?
I have no idea how
We've
you
had
got here.
we've made a lot of blood today, ours and others, and I'm really tired of games.
I have no idea how you got here, so I have no way of bringing you back.
I'm just going to tell him straight out how we did it.
You tell
We
him
came
about
through
the
a
portal.
gate. I'm telling him about the portal and how this hag has been using it with his knowledge, probably, to go back and forth and wreak havoc on the other side.
He's like, I
Even so much.
not leave. He's like, I not leave Gornhall very often, so I'm not aware of the portal inside this cave that Winifred was using. This is not the goddess of death's will that the living and the dead rudder not and have ways of eating each other like this. So she was doing that which was wrong in the sight of Bancotha. I do not know anything about this port, but we'll do what we can if you have any ideas of help need from you definitely must leave as possible, for you are claimed by death before it is your time.
Well, I'm worried that the longer we stay here, the harder it's going to be for us to leave. But we need to take the girl. It was wrong for her to be brought here. And her family is waiting on her.
You speak of Winifred's daughter. Are you saying she was not Winifred's daughter after all?
Well, I don't know how much you know about hags. I'm only all I know is the stories, and there's a good chance she's already a hag, but she still has family who loves her and cares for her, and we're at least going to return her and give her that small little reprieve before she enters the haggery.
If she was brought here from the world of the living, well, then she does not belong here as well. I will help in any way that I can.
Can I
But
take the doggy?
I kind of look at the dog and like, I get that you have killed Winifred. this seems to be her dog, but it looks like her magic and her spirit on this place is departed. You do with the dog whatever you will, and if it is gone. And he's like, and you were right. The longer you stay here, the more your desire to live and your brightness life will fade. So it's best if you find a way out of here as soon as possible.
Do you have any suggestions?
I don't know anything about this portal. This is the first I've learned. I will go and consult Goddess and meditate near Stet for now. See if I can come up with anything. Meet me there if you need help.
Very well.
At the portal?
I'll pass it on to my companions.
And he holds hand out, and the severed hand jumps on it and crawls onto his shoulder, and he turns around and...
That's not creepy at all, by the way.
He doesn't react. He just kind of stares back at his town. Okay, so back to you guys. What do you guys do next? So you cut the vine stuff, and then
I guess we're taking her upstairs.
Right.
Okay.
Let's you and I. You want to jot this as much as we can about this circle here. See what we can jot down. I mean, you've studied. It seems some magic stuff, right? So I've got a bit from my early days.
We may want to go to
school.
town, rest a little, but then again, maybe not. But it depends how we're going to get back. Like, maybe somebody knows a way or something in town. If they don't, then our only option is through that portal again that I know of.
The only
I'm
person
going to
I can
experiment
think
with
of,
it.
the only person I can think of to talk to would be the cleric and see if he has any leads. He's really the only one there who seemed to have, I don't know, a modicum of will, let alone any knowledge about where they are or what they're doing. The rest of them are brain dead zombie types, so I don't imagine.
Right.
Just happened.
Did we lose
Huh?
you? Your camera
lost you.
got out there, Bran?
What do we have a minute? Let me,
yeah, did your webcam turn off or something?
The light's not on anymore, and I don't see myself.
No.
Let me see if I can figure this out.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to
Is
experiment
Hargus-
with the healing potion and see if it helps the dog at all without, like, poisoning it. I'm going to, like, its visible wound, I'm going to see if it heals it up any.
You put some drops of the healing potion on the dog, and the drops just go right through the dog and onto the... Like he's made shadow.
See, he was
Like
kind
he's
of
made
immune
them
to
shadow.
spells
You
before.
should have given him the drops of the shadow of the healing potion.
Are you saying I should toss it on the fire and have him stand in the steam?
No, you need to make a light for the shadow, for the healing
Just
potion,
no.
and then pour it in its mouth.
Oh, let's do some rabbits while we're at it. Whoa.
What's going on here? But yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I'm already close to the fence when I met up with the priest, and I'm going to share what knowledge I gained with
We
them,
come out probably about
along
that
with my
time.
low opinion of the priest.
As soon as Emeny sees the dog, she like runs back inside and like runs inside, hides behind the cauldron. She's like, "That dog's bad. Get from it.
I mean,
Don't bite me, please."
if it makes you feel better, the dog's fine. It's not going to hurt you or anything. And if it does,
No,
it's
he's a
dead
good
meat.
doggy.
Emeny,
He's an excellent dog.
if there's one thing I know, Emeny, it's that there are no bad dogs. There's only bad owners. So, now
Yeah,
I
somebody
slowly
obviously
turned to
filled him full of
Jasper.
gunpowder and bite.
I think if there's one thing all adventurers can agree on, there's no bad dogs, just bad owners.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
now that
She,
Winifred's gone,
well
I think
said.
I think Shadow Puppers
She
is
goes
going to be.
outside. She goes outside. She keeps like wide berth from the dog.
Okay.
Doesn't get close to it. And she's just kind of idly picking at the vines, just because they're like irritating her. So she's just kind of.
We'll have spent the time to jot down the.
I grab some
Because she's a creepy little monster now.
I'm gonna grab some fine clothes and wrap her arm in it, like how you keep a kid from scratching chicken pox.
Don't stop picking.
Okay.
Don't do
I
that.
hope she doesn't want to hold my hands.
Just bother me.
The sooner we get you home, the sooner we can potentially get this fixed.
Well, maybe the cleric too. He might have healing magic.
Right.
He could apply as well.
Well, let's head into town then.
Wait. Well, I mean, we've gone through all this trouble. Is there anything worth? I mean, that eyeball followed me around. That was kind of cool.
I
gotta go back in and try to scavenge what's left of my backpack.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to search the house, I can stay out here with her and just, keep watch with my very perceptive self.
Well, the dog will let you know if someone comes up. He's very perceptive.
What dog?
Unfortunately, Hargus, your stuff is buried up at the top on a bunch of rubble from the collapsed house. So, you have
really gonna miss that later.
Most of it was either shredded to pieces by glass shards or buried under rubble. So, probably gonna have to replenish your adventuring gear to get back home.
Really gonna miss that when I have to buy more.
It's true.
Bran, as you kind of sit with Emeny and she's just kind of inching away from the dog and stuff, she looks around. She's like, "What happened to the world? When I was gone? Everything's and this isn't what Fred's house used to look like, and now what happened to it? What changed?"
I don't know. I'm not good at the sensitive stuff.
We're just
just mermaids.
Yeah, we're just somewhere else. We're like if you've got a tree and the tree casts a shadow, we're standing in the shadow. So we just need to go around to the other side of the tree where the sun is. So
now, if you want to fast talk some court ladies, I can do that.
Probably not.
It's a young girl.
Not now.
Hargus.
Experience is its own armor.
I think you mean reward.
No.
She actually rolled pretty high on her intelligence check to comprehend that fact, and she's like, "Oh, so it looks like the world, but it's in a different, like a shadow place."
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty shadowy.
Yeah, like how.
Let's try to question her about that wizard, the one that's kind of half on Quaaludes or something.
Yeah.
I think he's been drinking his own product.
Maybe. A little arcane.
A little too many fumes while doing the mixing,
Yeah. A little arcane.
A little too much bubble in his trouble.
Arcane and chill.
Arcade and chill.
I'll do an investigation of kind of the downstairs area and see if there's anything worth taking.
Me three.
Yeah, I'll just repeat what you guys see.
There's those same things? Okay. Nothing new?
Yeah, that's basically, that's basically the things of note that you find. Some other kind of creepy things or whatever that you don't interest in. And
did they have a hearth in here?
Trinket and stuff. But yeah, there's those.
Trinket?
Yeah, there's that cauldron, shelves with books, vials, potions, that unicorn feet in a jar, eyeball in a jar, some pale herbs. That's it.
I'm curious. If I go up to the fire and I get a dagger out and kind of pull one of the logs, or is there a log underneath it? You said it was burning green.
Like it's like a little hearth in the middle of the house. And,
is it writhing and screaming?
And it's just like some embers, but they're burning green instead of orange, which is kind of odd. See some green flame in there.
But there's no it's no discrete singular thing. It's just looks like a burnt down fire. So nothing.
Yeah, it looks like a fire with a green filter on it. Like that, it looks normal, but with green flames for some reason.
I'll just knock one coal out of the fire, kind of just, and see if it keeps burning or if it goes out or what?
Yeah, after a while, like it just kind of slowly dims down to normal wood as it's separate from the other coals.
Okay.
You know what? You say there's a bunch of books. I don't have a backpack, but I can improvise one with my cloak. And I have a quite heavy cloak, and I'm going to use it to carry all those books.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
briefly scan them for value. Like if it's,
Look for
Bo
the
Peep, Baby Bop or something, I don't want it.
look for the How to Leave the Shadowfell
Yeah,
book.
How to Leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna just so you're just gonna like flip through the books or?
Just skim them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of them seem to be like culture books. A lot of them just seem to have drawings of plants that are sort of, sketched by hand with little tips in the margins, that sort of thing. A lot of the books are about horticulture and stuff. One of them is written in Sylvan, and as you skim it, you can't get much of it. It just to be like a boring textbook of some kind. And then there's one book that has some recipes for potions in it.
Well, I'll bag everything else up, and I'll take the Sylvan one, and I'll just follow behind them so I can read it as we go back to town, and see if I can get anything more significant out of it.
I think
Okay, sounds good.
What's the eyeball doing? Like it moves around? It literally like twists in a jar?
Literally looks like a person, just like a bystander at like if you were at the bus stop with some random stranger and they were just kind of looking around and then like they kind of looked at you. It's like that, except with all of the person, just a single eyeball that sort of like boredly look around, kind of watch you guys. And when you look at it, it like looks away kind of awkwardly, and just kind of, glances over at the cauldron, watching the flames for a while, watch the bubble, kind of spins around, kind of lazily, that sort of thing.
I'll tap on it and try and get its attention. Just ding ding ding.
Okay, you tap on it and immediately looks at your finger and looks at your face and at your finger and at your face. And
Oh, wait. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you nod or rotate nod? No? Yes?
it kind of awkwardly looks like averts your gaze. Like it's just like who is
Hey,
this
now
weirdo?
you can take that with you and get a bill.
That sort of thing.
Right. I'm just
That'd be a nifty bot check to get your bills.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. I wonder if, is this some tortured soul that's stuck in an eyeball, or like, did this guy look at her weird once, maybe? So she's like, I'll turn you into an eyeball, then you can only look at people. I'm an evil witch, ha ha ha. That sort of thing. Or, like, I guess I'll leave it, Mr. Eyeball, I guess I'll leave it to you. What's your goal here? Would you like to leave with us or stay here? Do you want us to kill you?
Aren't you just making fun of me talking to the dog?
It's an eyeball. Look at the eyeball.
Oh, well, that's a step up from a dog.
It watches
Creepy smoke dog.
It watches what?
It watches your lips while you're talking, and then it looks back up at your eyes and just kind of looks around. And like you obviously can't have any body language than staring at you and stuff, but it just kind of looks at you, stares at.
Do you understand me? Go up and down for yes.
It watched your lips when you said that, and then it kind of twitched a little bit.
Jasper, are you
down.
talking to the hedge or to the dog?
Oh, the eyeball. I'm talking to an eyeball. It's this one
It's
right
a way
here.
to talk to a dog, obviously.
Oh my gosh, we need to get out of here. Now you're talking to eyeballs
It's
in
an
a
eyeball
jar.
in a jar. But it like kind of moved in the affirmative, or?
Yeah, twitched a little bit up.
I thought eyeball had some wings on it. It'd be really
Like,
interesting.
it didn't go like this. It was kind of more of like a.
Right. Okay. Oh man, I am
Throw
not.
it in the fire.
Do
Set it for me.
it may not want that. What if it wants something else? What if it rather enjoys being an eyeball? Maybe this is its
You
natural.
want me to ask Bancotha for guidance?
Sure, actually, but let's save our favors for getting out of here with Bancotha, as opposed to. I mean, I want to do my
Kind
best
of what I was thinking.
for
If
the
I have to
eyeball.
do some tucking, and that's what I'll do.
Right. Mr. Eyeball, I'm sorry, I hate to assume, but what would you like us to help you in some way?
It kind of looks at you and just kind of revolves a little bit.
Most dialogue I've ever had with an eye.
And then
It doesn't have a mouth.
And then it slowly turns backwards and faces the back of the.
I guess it doesn't want to
So
talk.
now you're just looking at the back of it now.
Ah, man. All right. What about the unicorn fetus? You just want to bury that, or what?
That should be burned. Burn it. I think maybe we should even. I was going to suggest when I saw that hand that we
Maybe it
build a
tastes good.
little fire outside. No, you don't. You don't eat a unicorn. Haven't you watched Harry Potter? You lad.
All right. Okay. I'll take the herbs and figure out what's going on with them. Hopefully at some other time. So I'll take the herbs. I'll give them a sniff. They seem good or bad or indifferent.
Do you want to build a small fire and burn some of these items that we feel uncomfortable with?
Make a nature
I'm asking the
check.
party.
Nature. Oh, it's not terrific.
If
6.
nothing else, we should deny it to anybody else with ill intent, especially the unicorn fetus. That's just wrong.
Yeah. I will dig it a hole. Maybe it'll grow into a full unicorn tree.
Unicorn? Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll pat you on the shoulder for that one. All right,
I
laddie.
don't know how unicorns work.
I don't have any candy.
you plant
What
the.
do you roll on
I know the whole
nature check?
purity thing.
I got
That's a good point.
I got a 6 for the nature check on the herbs. So big 6.
You have no idea what the
Uh-huh.
herbs are.
I'll just roll them up and put them away. Maybe look at them later. All
I
right.
got the whole purity fetish. I
say-
don't see how they get anything done.
I say we just leave the eyeball here. It doesn't appear to want to stay or go. Maybe this is the best it can do for itself in this world. And then I say we bury the unicorn.
I say we burn it so nothing can appropriate it.
Well, what if that makes something else angry, though? I don't know.
God is purifying. Fire is purifying for the gods.
Is that? I don't know if that's is that how that works?
I don't know, but if I say it firm enough, it sounds like I know something. Yes, I think that would be more appropriate than burying it because of the.
I mean, it's all soaked in liquid, though. You gotta build a thing and I don't know.
I'm not gonna steep it. I'm just gonna burn it and stand away. This isn't sacred herb here.
I guess. All right.
No sticky green in this. You gotta eat sticky green. I
know.
left my backpack upstairs.
What is the sticky green?
I don't know. I'm just making a weak joke.
I thought it was a bard thing.
I did a song. I've got teenagers.
All right. If you want to burn it, then we can burn it I guess eyeball. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Eyeball.
It does turn around.
We're gonna leave you here unless you give me some other sign that you want to come with.
I bet you if it doesn't want to get in the fire, it'll give us a sign.
Yeah. Eyeball.
You can see it. You can see it rolling, but it's kind of looking at the other side of the jar and just kind of
So
like
when
almost like pretending not to notice you or something.
we can put it with the other jars, shake them around, make friends.
You know what?
See another eye symbol? Perhaps a weird pair of wings?
I'm a big fan of self-determination, so if this eyeball wants to stay here and it seems to be content with that, we'll just leave it be. And it can live its best eyeball life, I suppose.
Yeah.
Its best eyeball life. I can see clearly now the jar is gone.
Right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm offering it, travel and sights.
Hey, you know what?
Stick
It
it in your
can't
own
be
hand.
all obstacles in its way.
So, all right. Okay. I'm ready to go then.
All right, I am taking a moment, and I'm going to burn the.
Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect really quick and reconnect while you're doing that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to bring the
does
fumes or
anybody
anything.
does anybody take the potions?
And as long as you're doing the whole Bancotha thing.
Yeah, there's a few. There's like 4 potions of just different colors. There we go, Dustin.
Hey.
Yeah, there's 4 different colored potions.
Okay. I'll grab the potions
the,
and
shelf.
try and figure out what they are when we have a little more free time. And yeah, that maybe one of them's one of those
Cures?
restoration potions she was talking about. That would be a nice one to have.
Or lethal poison. Or maybe it's a laxative that you just do not know.
I mean, I don't know what witches' diets are like. They might need to.
Hargus, what are you burning?
As long as I'm in her realm and under her influence, I'm going to go ahead and commit it to Bancotha for her safekeeping. I'm just burning the fetus for now and whatever else.
Okay, are you going to like put it on cold under the cauldron? Or...
No, I don't trust the magical fire. I'll just kindle one outside and do it.
Okay.
Do it outside.
Does anyone want to say?
There's
a couple words.
Random pieces of broken wood and stuff from when
the whole house full of random wood.
Yeah, and so pretty easy. It does take a while, like to make a fire. It's almost like the sparks are. It's like harder for them to catch fire and stuff. But you manage to make a fire, and you kind of drain the liquid out of the jar and everything. It's a foul-smelling preservative liquid of some kind of brine, and then you put the unicorn fetus onto the fire, and
summons the greater demon unicorn Bartholomew Mephistopheles the Third with his triceratops horns, and he gouges you and drags you down to hell with it.
And you see, son, that's exactly why I keep Jerky with me. You'll make more friends with Jerky and lesser demons than you would believe.
You know what, Hargus?
You making one would be less than I would be more than I believe.
Hargus, I have to say that one's going down in the book. That is actually a word of wisdom that I think deserves to be in the book here. You can make more friends.
My dog loves Jerky.
More friends with Jerky. All right, good. Yeah, that's a good one to know. I like that.
More friends with Jerky than birds, unless you like birds. I don't know. My dog does eat bugs sometimes, so
sure.
The odd American cockroach, water bug. I think it's more.
Emeny says, "So can we go home now? What do we?
To figure out some way of getting home.
You have become so needy.
What did you hear?
in 20 minutes, you have become the most needy NPC guide that I've ever had. The only thing that would make it worse is that you travel at a slower pace than my default walking speed.
Well, I mean, she's a little girl, so I mean, she probably will. I mean,
I don't know why. I'm just having a ball tonight.
I'm sure
Like,
she.
well, where did you guys come from? Did you just go back you came?
I think we're gonna try that, right? We're gonna try
We're
that.
gonna try that. Should we try that after checking through the village to see if there's something safe? Because I don't know about you, but it might be a little rough to go through there when I don't know, like this, and I just
Yes.
show the cat-like claw marks all over my body that seem to be
I assume we could
producing
just
much
heal
of my
you.
own blood.
I can heal you. I have 3 more healing potions.
That's a good question. I mean, you know, you were saying that Cedric was agreed with us that we shouldn't spend any more time here than we have to. So maybe trying to get through is a good idea.
Let's just go get him and
Didn't you
go.
say that he would meet us somewhere?
Yes,
Where
At
was
the-
that?
Back in
at the
town,
at
right?
the
The temple?
I don't remember.
At the temple, right?
To be
That
honest,
was
a lot of times when
Bancotha.
Dakron talks, there's a lot of interference, and I don't always. I really have to decipher what he's saying when he talks.
Right.
Sorry.
No, he said he'd meet us back at the statue in town. So
Okay.
hopefully he's been able to commune with Bancotha and get a little guidance. According to him, you know, she doesn't want us passing back and forth between realms, so that's a good thing.
Well, maybe she'll help us.
Yeah,
I did dedicate a unicorn fetus to her.
right.
Make a Hargus. Go ahead and make a.
Really good. I hope she doesn't have that dark sense of humor. I don't want to wake up with a unicorn fetus
She's
on my
like,
foot.
that was my pet unicorn.
Make a
I dangled the
charisma.
bone.
Make a charisma check.
Starlight Butterfly's mother, no.
I don't know if you want any of this, girl. 19.
19.
Wow.
And I have
Okay.
18 charisma. Oh,
Okay.
it's the second dance. Oh.
Okay. So, yeah, as you finish, like, you know,
You're lucky I'm not
do you
staying.
like play a little song to Bancotha or say a prayer or something as you?
He
Well, I
burns a
don't remember
unicorn
it.
penis and dances around a fire like some shaman of dark material flame. I don't know. What do
I
you
always
do?
I always have a rhyme or a poem on my tongue. So
Okay.
it is for me to invoke, what would I say? Invoke rights for Bancotha.
Funerary rites for the
Okay.
unicorn.
As you
Yeah.
doing that, and as you be just like playing on your harp or whatever, you see kind of odd face-like shapes in the smoke from the unicorn fetus's body. They're creepy, but they look like they're smiling. And as you got them, they're like fade away into the smoke. But you could have sworn you saw some sort of smiling faces in the smoke.
Is it like the creepy kind of faces with like
I'm just
the crescent moon mouth that's just agape?
See,
Yeah, like it was a face that, like, and then smoke made it smile impossible huge, and it fades, into the smoke. So it was definitely not. It was unsettling.
I wanted to
It
just
seemed
smooth my
like
mustache on that.
Banco seems to accept sacrifice. So
alright.
I don't know what patron
returning
you
something
decided
dead
to...
to.
I don't know. I'm sure. I'm
Hargus-
sure.
All right, let's do
I'm
next.
sure there's karma coming.
Hargus is in for a weird story arc.
Yeah.
Hey, let's stop off at that bird
Hallelujah.
nest on the way. I'm curious about the construction of the bird nest. Does the bird nest look like it's a durable sort of thing that'll, hold up,
I'm
or
actually
was it
thinking
a
that's what I was using
ramshackle
for kindling.
construction?
Are there any eggs in it?
Yeah, does the bird nest look like it's a ongoing magical item, or is it something that she just grabbed and enchanted? Like
Eggs, over easy or scrambled.
Right.
So you can look at the net.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Feels like
over
the
easy.
definition of a hag's or a harpy's mobile home.
Right.
You go over there, and Emeny follows,
Uh-huh.
and she sees the dead body of the witch, and she kind of gaps.
Oh yeah.
And she kind of looks at it and like, she deserved it. She was a bad lady.
I wouldn't mind dragging her over and just dropping her head in the fire.
Her head's pretty burnt.
That's right. I kind of fired it up with an arrow here.
The rest of her body is there, but head is burnt.
Well, I'll just carry off the campfire with her head.
Okay.
Hey,
Jasper, you examine the nest. It looks just like a giant bird's nest, like some sort of. It's about 8 or 9 feet in diameter, and there are a few scraps of eggshells at the bottom. A couple other random, just little pieces of, just little pieces of garbage, scraps or whatever. It just looks like a big old bird's nest.
You boys look at the nest. I'm gonna go play with the fire. So
Okay.
I'll walk off with the witch's head.
Loot the body before you burn it all.
I'm only burning the head.
The head.
Like chopped
It
off
makes
the
me
head.
feel good. Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Emeny, look at the trees, Emeny. Look
I
at the
teach you
pretty,
the song about the witch is dead.
look at the pretty flowers, Emeny.
Oh no, the witch is dead. The wicked witch is dead.
All right.
Did you take her red sparkly shoes?
No, I'll save those for the girls.
That's one way home that I know of.
Actually, yeah. Wait, everyone, click your heels. Quick.
I actually
I'll
almost
put a
like
hand on-
witches' heels and just click them together.
Well, I'll put a hand on Bran.
I don't know who came up with that fairy tale, but it was worth
More
a try.
likely you'd be clicking her toenails together.
Oh, tapping them like a keyboard.
Is there anything on the body, loot-wise? Anything of interest?
Yes. You
Map on how to get back to the material
kind
plane?
Are you adjusting her
go
breath when they got
through
knocked out of whack when she fell?
As you go through
Gonna
her
let 'em lie.
pockets,
That's an
there's
old
this-
reference.
Dead men don't wear plaid.
Hey, good one.
Hey, what was that, Austin? Sorry.
as you're going through pocket and stuff, kind of, she's wore lots of layers of her cloak and everything, and just smell terrible, like a person who is not bathed ever, like just disgusting. But as you look through kind of the pockets and stuff of her cloaks, you find lots of little pouches of seeds. You find 15 gold pieces,
Okay.
and you almost miss it because it wasn't attached to her neck anymore since Hargus cut it off. But she was wearing a bronze necklace that fell in the nest after. And bronze necklace looks very similar to the one that you found in her house on material plane. A little newer, but looks very similar in the craftsmanship.
Guys,
Right.
come on.
That's weird. So, you think it was
what did you find?
You think it was a matching pair? The two necklaces?
Matching pair of what?
The necklaces.
Does he have both of them?
Yeah.
Yep, he shows you one that he found in her material house, the only thing in her house, and and then this one looks very similar except newer and like less tarnished.
Why would she be wearing one and having discarded a very similar one in in the house.
Is it a time
Try
thing?
wearing it.
Could it be a time thing?
What? I don't know. I don't know. It's very odd.
Put it on.
No, I don't.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I think
Do
that.
it. Like Emperor
do it.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Misconstrue it.
Do it. Do it.
Take a bite.
Misconstrue it.
Take a bite.
Take a bite.
Chew it.
Do it.
Hey, he would make a pretty good hag.
Find a rabbit and stew it.
Oh,
Find a rabbit and stew it. Okay, we gotta make a video of just him being animated, rapping with the words like that. Misconstrue it.
let.
Anyways, seriously, Jasper, wear it.
Seriously, Branbrick. No.
What's the worst that could happen? She was wearing it. She was perfectly fine.
I mean, the list of the worst things that could happen is almost truly endless. I mean, there's innumerable things.
Oh, you have an overactive imagination.
All right. Well, at least look at it with me. You know magic stuff, right? I learned some.
Wear one and I'll wear the other, and we'll see what happens. And then we'll do a little dance and we'll fuse together.
Right. Are there any markings at all on it? Like any sort of like artificing marks that he might recognize, or any sort of magical things like on there?
That's a good question.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. With advantage because Bran's helping me.
I'll roll separately.
Oh, you'll roll separately. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, each make Arcana checks then.
15.
16.
Okay. You see tiny little runes in it. So it appears to be maybe one-time magic item, maybe still. It might have some kind of enchantment on it. Without a detect magic spell, you wouldn't know much more than that. But yeah, it seems to be more than just a mundane necklace.
I mean, I suppose it's possible too. This could be what helped her travel back and forth.
You put it on, Branbreck?
I did.
Okay, Branbreck puts on the necklace.
The new one or the old
His head
one?
explodes. Just yeah, which one did you? Which one
Just
did
like
you do?
constricts.
Why don't you let him wear both of them, Mr. T?
You put the new one on?
It doesn't. Yeah, or tarnished one or the new one, Brent.
I put on the one she was not currently wearing. The previous one.
The old one. Okay.
Older one. Okay.
The old one.
Yeah, you put on. You don't feel any change. You kind of brace yourself for it to start choking you, but nothing happens.
I think I feel something.
Does it change his voice
The world
inflection?
is
Mm-hmm.
full of color. No, it doesn't do anything. Why don't you wear the other one?
Just to clarify, in your effort to determine the nature of the necklace that I don't want to put on, you put on the old one and gave the creepy new one that was just off the body to me to put on. Is that where we're going with this, Bran?
Let's say we can rinse it off.
No problem with this logic. I mean, would you prefer to wear the old grimy one or the new one?
I'd prefer probably neither until I knew what they did.
Well, give it to Hargus then.
I'm not putting it on. Put it on the no. Put it on the dog. I was gonna say, but that might be a bad idea. You nearly killed us all.
What if that's why she smells so
laughing
bad?
at us at this point?
Look around, and Abishai, the dog, has walked over to Winifred and like sniffed her a little bit, and then he lifts his leg and pees on the body.
There you go. What a good
Do
dog.
we just hear the sound, or do we actually see something?
Wait a minute.
It
That's
seems
Pete
to be
for the
like
dog.
it looks like a corporeal dog, like, and it pee comes out of it apparently. It does have a
Probably
weird
possessed.
silky quality to it. And you look for Emeny, and you
There's
notice
a weird
she
silky
is just kind
quality
of
to his
looking
feet.
into the forest nearby. She's kind of walking a little bit towards the
Emery?
forest, just like looking into it, just kind of.
See your
wandering
first
inside.
Emery?
PP.
Emery?
Come back.
She's like, "Oh, sorry, it just looked like somebody there. I didn't.
Okay. Yep.
I just
You-
I saw
you-
somebody in the forest.
Not
You
the
thought
place.
you saw someone.
Yeah, there was like somebody with a lantern in there, and they looked like they were waving it at me or something."
Oh, come back this way. Back this way.
That seems
Where?
Back up.
In the forest.
suspicious.
What?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I could go through the forest again and get to the other side, but let's go to town. I haven't been
Let's
to
go to
the...
town. Let's go to town.
I think I'd opt for the walk around.
All right.
I'm out of oil for that too.
So we'll start walking to town. As we are doing such, I'll be fiddling with the necklace on that I'm wearing. I'll just be looking at it, trying to mouth out whatever runes I might recognize that are arcane or otherwise, and see if there's some kind of incantation there.
Okay.
Is he
Uh,
turning into a throwback
Too
hoochie mama?
tiny they're too tiny to tell, and these just seem to be the runes that bound an enchantment to it. So there's no way to really tell like what does just reading them. As you are walking to town, Emmy kind of sticks to Bran because he's the one who freed her, and also he's kind of Jasper's like her same height, so it seemed quite as like comforting of a presence to like a protective presence. So she's kind of getting a little closer to Bran.
Is she actually like slightly taller than him?
For sure.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say, yeah, she's probably a little bit taller than a gnome. Obviously, her proportions are human and stuff, but yeah.
Well, 3'6".
As you guys
That's
get
what
a little bit closer,
4-year-old. 3'6". That's like a 4-year-old, right?
yeah, me.
I
And
wasn't
yeah,
3
9.
foot at 4.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
she's
4-year-old.
9, and so yeah, she's probably
Towering over.
4 feet, probably.
Yeah.
As you guys close to town, you see the entrance to kind of the town square and everything. The little crevasse to the side that you guys jumped over and everything. And as you guys get closer to town, suddenly you see a figure with a mustache just rush like right past the gate that you guys are going. And he just rushes toward you guys. It's Artie,
Oh,
the
jeez.
mustached guy.
Gotta shoot him again.
So everybody,
Roll
I will
Everybody go
take
and roll
one ration.
initiative.
I'm going to take one ration,
Try and tame
and I'm
Artie.
going to throw it and say, like, here, boy, and I'm going to chuck it into the crevasse. Or in that
go
direction.
ahead and roll initiative.
And no birth turkey for you, son.
Ooh, he rolled really high.
Well, Jasper rolled traditionally low. Got a big 5.
Why, I almost rolled high, 11.
Oh, initiative?
Yep.
Yeah.
Frickin' Artie's attacking us again.
Good old Artie.
So 16.
This bloody...
Yeah, 16.
16, good.
Okay.
Put him out of his misery, Hargus.
And
I wish I knew judo right now. Whatever that is.
Put him out of our misery.
That would be
Artie
nice.
actually goes first. Are you leading the pack, Brandrick, or who would
I
be?
assume.
Are you guys just going like abreast, like just like a
We are
walking
doing
line?
the Wizard of Oz arm-linked skip down the gray brick road.
Hey, actually, speaking to that, Austin, I actually had an idea today about that very thing. In situations
Marching order.
where there's been no declared marching order, unless we permanently establish it, one thing I think I'm going to start doing on my campaigns is I'm going to let initiative rolled
Determine their
declare
walking order.
the marching order if nothing has been
I like
established beforehand.
Okay, yeah. If you guys like that, then let's do that. I like
That
that.
could be fun.
I think it makes a lot of sense. It's
I
kind of like
also thought you guys could also just like set a default
Right.
marching order that you guys are always going unless you otherwise. If one of you is kind of the self-appointed leader or tank or whatever sort of thing. But yeah, no, let's just go ahead and do. I like that.
Yep.
All right, it means Hargus is in front. So Artie runs up to Hargus. And,
I'll let out a war cry. Sicky doggy!
And is going to
might work.
go ahead and try and claw
Try
you.
it.
But Artie fat, he rolls a 9. So he's just like, just like with this weird, like mustache, just like tries to claw at you, Hargus, and you just parry it away with your sword. So that's his whole turn. Hargus up now.
Did Abishai follow us? Or Hargus, I should say?
He's kind of stuck close to Hargus, yeah. 2, okay.
Probably not going to do it.
Yeah, you miss. He jumps out of the way. Bran.
You're rubbing it in. He's tempting.
Oh, Bran, please kill it.
Hargus is right next to him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, pretty close to him. He's right in front of Hargus, trying to attack Hargus and claw at his legs.
Tempted to charm person on this, but since we're fighting him already,
He does seem quite wise, so...
Sure, why not? I'm weak right now. I'm gonna cast charm person on him.
Yeah.
Did you ever allow me to do a healing potion?
Let me make sure I can do that. Okay, just
Should've
verbal
taken
and
more charge.
somatic. Okay, I'm good.
What's
DC is 12. Arcane Trickster. Don't have a high DC.
No.
Okay, you cast the spell on Artie, and he doesn't seem to. He just clawing at Hargus. Doesn't seem to have an effect.
Will do. Then I will just position myself to defend Emeny.
Emeny backs away and just kind of hide behind you.
Okay.
Jasper.
All right, Jasper's going to try and plug him with an arrow. Nope. 9.
Okay, yeah, that misses as well.
Bloody hell.
Okay,
He's really dodgy. Really moves around a lot.
It's Artie's turn. He's going to try and claw Hargus in the leg again. It's caught. It's a natural 2. I don't know what is with Artie. He is just can't
Get your head in the game,
just
Artie.
playing. He's just playing.
Just like spit flying off, and it's a gross sight. But he can't attack with anything.
So he's attacking like how a Muppet does.
I guess. Just okay. I guess you're up.
Also, I rolled an 8 altogether. After I rolled a 6. So,
Welcome to the wet noodle fight.
All right, I will
we're
step up.
house cat kung fu.
I will step up, kind of keeping her near me, but like her behind me. I'm just trying to stand between the two of them while moving up.
Okay.
First attack with my short sword. That should work. 20.
Yes, that hits.
15 damage, 5 piercing, 10 sneak attack. And then the offhand.
In total.
Offhand misses 7. Yeah, 15 total was the hit.
All right, so you stab him just like right in the side, and he just and then he turns his attention on you.
Question: we're still level 4, right?
Until you long rest level up.
Okay.
Did you say you have a long rest?
Sure.
Not yet. You haven't. Jasper, you're up.
All right, we'll see if this arrow does any better.
Because my inspiration renews with a light rest.
Gosh. What about a 12? Does a 12 hit?
That is
Miss.
barely. He barely dives out of the way.
True to form.
Okay. Okay, Artie is going to attack Brandbrick, and we'll see what happens.
I want to hook this guy up with a hurting.
Okay, finally he rolled high. He rolled a 24 final.
That hits.
So you
This
take
is somebody happy.
12 points of slashing damage.
I'm
and,
unconscious.
Make a...
Oh, jeez.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Artie's gonna kill the party.
All right, let's... Okay, roll a d20.
Me?
Breck. Yeah.
Oh, golly!
You're reduced to 0 hit points. I need to find
13.
out.
Lucky number 13. That is not good on your
13?
chart.
Okay, so here's what happens. So Brandbreck engages with him and starts just like fighting him and stuff, and Art just slashes at his and jumps up Brandbreck and just with these clawed hands of his, and Brandbreck's ear flies into the air.
Oh, no.
He cut his ear.
Oh,
Perceptions.
Oh, no.
And Brandbreck falls to the ground, just like bleeding out of his head. And
Artie is Mike Tyson.
Artie just like licks his lips and gets ready to dig in. Hargus, you're up now. Emeny screams.
Does the ear hit Emeny?
No, it falls off to the items.
Does it like land in her hand?
No. No.
15,
But she does see it fall
17.
off, and she's like, "Oh!"
17.
So, yes, 17. That's
Thank you, Hargus.
I assume it's 8 sides, so 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9.
Brandbreck has already had the
I'll put
bard
10 points.
see his miraculous feat of leaping from rooftop to hag
With
to
my
slay her in
fancy
her
new sword.
bird's nest.
and this is how he gets wounded. Okay.
He'll tell
yeah,
the good
you
part of the
managed
story, not how I died.
Can you imagine if this is
You
what-
managed to stab Artie, and Art kind of he grabs Brandbreck's feet and starts trying to drag him away because he can't get a peaceful meal here apparently.
Oh, man.
And Jasper, you're up.
So he's dragging him away?
I'm grappling him.
It's not a turn yet. That's what you.
Okay.
Just stab him in the face or something.
Jasper's
I'm
not
going
big
to put
on...
a choke on this guy and start riding the knife on him.
Might be time for a Hargus special coming up soon, but for now, Jasper's gonna try and hit him with another arrow. We'll see if it goes.
Do it.
Finally,
Oh, sorry.
18 to hit.
Yay!
Okay.
Perfect.
About bloody time.
We got to find a creative way to kill this bugger.
That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Big 9 points of damage.
Okay. It is Emeny's turn, and as she sees one of her rescuers fall down, she's like, "Get away, monster!" She shakes off the cloth off her hand, swipe her hand, and that hits. You see one of the vines shoot out and just lash against.
She had that on
Art,
him.
and just circles his shoulder of his arm, and she
has her own
it just rips him apart, and he just like falls apart, and the vine kind of goes like a cable
Measuring
thing
tape?
on it, you know, like just and then she just kind
Does her
of
arm
looks
go-
at what she did and just is suddenly horrified at what, and then but she runs over and she's like, "Is he gonna be okay?" Brandbreck, go ahead and make a.
I got a health
Well,
potion.
actually, it's Hargus's turn first. Okay, yeah, you're fine then. So
I'll make a go for Brandbrick to with the healing potion.
Okay.
I just want to see out of curiosity. I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
Fill him up.
Okay. Suddenly you come to consciousness.
Give the girl some
Bran,
jerky.
and there's a whistling sound in your. Let's see. Yeah, we'll say it's your left ear. Just cuts. Why not? It's gonna roll, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like if your hand's cut or something and you're dumb. But yeah, your left ear has been severed, and you can't hear as well out of it. So you have disadvantage on perception checks. Acquire hearing now.
Oh, no.
The first -5 if all you can do is hear on your passive perception.
I have a 4 on my
Oh.
passive perception for hearing then.
Oh wow! Yeah,
Jasper.
you can't passively hear much at all.
Jasper
Emeny's-
runs up and
Emeny,
he's like, I was gonna say, Jasper runs up. He's like, Hargus, you gotta hold the ear on while you do the healing potion, or else it heals over. The skin's healed over.
Oh, okay.
You gotta hold it on there while he drinks it.
Yeah, he was more concerned with his mortality.
Oh, no.
What?
You guys see Cedric running up to you guys, and he's insolent creature. These are living beings in our world. You cannot eat them. And he kicks the body of Artie. It's like, I'm sorry. I realized that you would be coming back. I forgot that he would be an actual threat to your lives.
Right.
I can. Do any of you require healing? I can store
What?
some wounds.
Can you put this back on him? Can you, like, if we hold it in place, can you, like, sort of...
Does that work
do you
with
have
you?
there?
He takes they're just not squeamish, just takes there and looks all like, oh, it seems already been healed over this. This
Is that a thing? Can you really heal
so-
things back on like that?
Well, at a 7th level spell,
Worth,
you
worth,
can.
worth bluffing, right?
Yeah, being able to grow back the ear is beyond my ability, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's a little
Frederick is
more
going to
faster than you
die
wanted
by
to.
not
Trial
being able to
that you must-
hear the goblin that sneaks up on him to murder him.
Actually, you know
Well,
what?
it'd be very
However,
popular at court, I'm
however,
sure.
let me cure a few more of your wounds. You look like you've all been in quite a battle, especially you, young dwarf. And he cure your wound for.
What? How much did I get healed for earlier when you brought me back up?
You want to roll for it?
I rolled a 7 natural
you heal-
D8 plus whatever I don't remember offhand what the
Okay.
add-ons are.
Oh,
Okay, well, it's 2d plus. We'll just say it's 3 or like 7 total. So, you heal 14 hit points as he cures your other wounds.
So you're up to 21.
Where you
well
going?
underhanded.
And when he casts the spell, it's not like when you've seen Hargus like heal wounds with healing word or whatever. It's like he sucks the wound out of your skin. It's weird. Like it's dark energy as his holy symbol kind of glows this black light color, and you just see the wound almost like siphon out, and like it's like he reverses the wound as opposed to like
No
putting
joke for
healing
you.
energy into it. It's kind of disturbing, but it does the trick, and your wounds.
You better watch him with that
heal
ear.
up. He's
So
like,
watch what he does with that left
"Apologize,
ear."
I should in here, sir. I forget that you are in danger here.
Let's get out of
Everyone else
here.
Comes back to life at the end of each day.
Right. Were you able to talk with your goddess, Bancotha? Did she give you any sort of lead on where we should?
You want to
be going?
bury my bone?
I will roll to see if he was able to. He's like, fortunately, I have not had sufficient time to meditate and find out thing according to light.
Oh, really? You
sorry.
should take up the heart.
I'll continue to pray, but if you have any ideas that you think can help, let me know.
Why is he continuing to pay?
You should not.
Pray. No, he said
You should
pray.
not have to. You should not have
Just
to
to make
worry
it today.
about. He's like Art's the only resident who's a danger to you here, unless you stray too far outside the city, you won't have to worry about danger anymore while you're here. And if you stay here any more days, I'll make sure that Artie's taken care of before he can regenerate and threaten you until you guys leave.
I appreciate that.
Why
Is
is
our
he
only-
threatening us?
So, are you going to commune with the goddess then and see if she gets you any sort of lead on how to get us out of here then? But I guess, what sort of time frame are you looking at for that?
There's no telling the gods. I will meditate and pray as long as I can. I'll let you know if she inspires me in any way. In the meantime,
You want me to play a little Stairway to Heaven?
I'll be over at the statue of her if you need me.
All right, great. I guess. What do you think, guys? Do we want to check out the cave
He
again?
walks off.
I want to go straight to the cave.
Thanks, Cedric.
Unless you want me to play a little Stairway to Heaven while he prays.
No, I think probably he does sort of a somber sort of drone chant thing he's got going. He's not really a musically inclined in that way.
He strikes me as a pinecone in the tuchus kind of fella.
I mean, that would put anybody off their game, I would think.
No,
Wait, actually, Cedric, before you go, just in case we don't meet up again, we're going to go look at the cave and check that out. But in case we don't come back this way, I actually was very curious. You had mentioned, the dead spirits coming here and that sort of thing. But how does that work for the other, for folks who follow other gods? What's Bancotha's role in that? I mean, not everyone comes here is what I understood you to mean. Is that what you're saying?
Everyone that I know of comes here. Bancotha ushers souls of the dead here to give them peace and freedom from strong emotions and passions.
Right. Everyone.
that's probably what the ferryman says too. Everybody I know rides my boat.
Right. I guess that was sort of my question, but not everyone in the world, right? I mean, other people go other places, right? Not everyone's here.
This is all I know is this world here. When I died, I was brought here and was to shepherd souls who come to this specific village.
Oh my!
And help them transition to their afterlife. But I don't know of other places that you speak
What
of.
did that fellow do in life?
Do these people here, did they all follow Bancotha in life?
No, I was one of her devout priests, but they were really residents who lived near here when they died. And when they passed over, they came here to spend the rest of eternity.
Right.
Have you met a boy named Coco?
No.
I'm joking.
No, I have not.
No.
Probably that dog guy.
Okay.
That would be ironic.
Well, that explains the broken banjo guy earlier. Anyways.
All right.
Which, yeah, can kind of, Bran can't hear him, but yeah, you guys can hear just in the distance, just bling, 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 bling.
Since I only hear every other
Awful.
note, it actually sounds really good.
Don't tell me he was playing. He gave me one of the cherry.
Bum, bum,
It's grown on me.
bum, 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 bum. That's what I hear.
It's all right. It's simple, but
I'm wrong.
all right. Thank you, Cedric. Appreciate that. I mean,
I'm sorry that this happened to you. You were not supposed to be here yet.
Right.
And I hope
It.
when you do come here, you're more ready than you are. You still have work to do in life.
Can you get us back?
Did you just
I've
say you
already
hope to
spoken with
stay in
a
living
human,
cover?
and I'm searching for a solution. If you have better ideas, I would be happy to help in any way I can.
Well, maybe we'll just rest for the day. That sound good?
Right. Yeah, we could
Speak
rest.
up, I can't hear you.
Yep. Sorry, Bran.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm
we we could
healed up.
we could rest, or we could go check out the cave and maybe get an idea of what it might look like to go the other way. Maybe just pop our head in, take a look.
Agreed.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh bloody hell! But there's that great the tunnel keeps going down too. Remember?
Don't you think it might be one of our greater mission would be to the hero's road would be to close this portal permanently?
Well, yeah. When we get to the other side, I think we should get back first, though.
Well,
Agreed.
Wait, what? Closed permanently? But we're still here.
Yeah. Once we get back to the other side. On the other side.
Oh.
Just keep your good ear pointed at me.
I can't walk then.
So you want to explore the other tunnel as long as we're exploring? I'd say we should just go ahead and explore that other tunnel.
Well, that's
Honestly,
what I was. Sorry, that's what I was going to
say.
say.
A short rest.
Yeah, at the very least, I need
agreed.
more time to prepare more arrows and such too, because I've only got the easiest, most basic ones, so I don't have any of my heavy hitters.
We could, I know, if we're going to camp, we could light up some more of the forest and sleep and rest to the warmth of the fire.
I suppose
The forest fire.
I don't know that we want to set necessarily like the whole thing on fire. That just might draw attention. No, I mean, live and let live.
That's how that
could
song
use some
started.
excitement.
Yeah, live and let live, sort of a thing.
I don't know. This place could use some excitement.
Actually, though,
I think Artie is enough excitement for now.
Yeah, right.
Yes, true.
If we want to rest, actually, I do have one more healing poultice left over. If you guys want to try him, I could heal you guys up a bit more now.
I'm just good with a short rest. Let's just wait for an hour and then we'll get going there. I'm worried about bringing Emeny with us to any place really dangerous.
Right.
But if we have to go through that portal, then that might be our best bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So we want to take a short rest here. Let's go back to the inn, and he'll take his cone hat off and stuff it into his vest again. Stuff it way down deep in there and look around. He'll give Bruce his little bat another cricket, because he's...
Okay. Well, I guess after an hour of rest, we'll head back to the cave.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go back to the inn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the moment.
All right, you guys go back to the inn, and Emeny is just kind of looking at her vine arm and stuff, and kind of wandering.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Just kind of...
That was pretty cool.
She's like, I just got angry at that weird guy, and a vine came out of my arm, and
Theatrically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mean. I didn't like
Here you go. Here's a piece of jerky.
But she is just kind of contemplating that. You guys go to the inn, and there's the innkeeper and stuff just there. staring at that at his lantern that he bought from the gray merchant, just watching the flame and everything, and really notice. Guys, do you guys kind of sit at the table, just kind of rest for a while?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll head to the cave.
Okay, as you guys can go into a short rest, we'll hit dice or whatever.
Yep.
And just during that hour as you guys are resting and stuff, a halfling, gray stuff, just like everyone else, comes in and pulls out what appears to be a severed leg, like a short severed leg, like blackish skin, and like sets it on the counter in front of the innkeeper, and then like tucks the rest into his sack and just walks up. And the innkeeper just kind of just grabs the leg and just like kind of absently eat it while he's looking at the lantern.
Jasper rotates his stool around so he doesn't have to
Yeah.
watch.
I think I'm gonna work on.
Bran watches and then says, it's like a leg of lamb.
I don't think it's a lamb.
Doesn't look like a leg of lamb.
More
It
like,
looks
more like long
It
kid,
reminds me of
daddy.
eating a leg of lamb.
More like
So
long
it's like
kid, like
humanoid foot on it.
I mean, I
gonna
probably
work
wouldn't be
on,
bothered until he started gnawing on the toes.
That's true. Yeah, he just eats the part.
Like a carrot, like a baby carrot.
Got to slow cook them tools to make them tender with the cartilage. Makes a fine stew.
What do you do with the toenail?
What do you people
I think they break down into a gelatinous.
I don't get how you're not how you're bothered by that, but not by eating crickets.
I was going to say the exact opposite. How are crickets bothersome to you, yet the flesh of humanoid creatures, perfectly fine. Crickets are delicious.
Yeah,
They're
well,
I
like
never said I was
someone-
fine with it. I just made a reference to how it reminds me how people eat legs of lamb.
You have to keep your
trying to
principles.
cope with the concept of what I'm seeing.
As long as it's
Yeah,
not on the
all
dinner
just
plate, I'm
kind
fine.
of- you guys all just like whatever, like nothing else is surprising. Just get this. And move on.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I'm working on my
those
ballad
things
of
where you're just like, oh,
exploits
that
under the
don't belong
watch
here.
lie of Bancotha.
I mean, if this is what we have to look forward when I'm dead, I now understand why people become liches.
This can't be. This is
No.
This is for people who didn't have, a god that they followed and they get stuck here or
Yeah,
What's
that's
so
suspected.
wrong about it? They don't care about anything. They seem perfectly happy with what they're
They
doing. In
seem
fact, they seem so
perfectly what
content
now?
that they're bored.
I
perfectly
think this
happy.
is more like Raven's Loft. I think this
Look,
is some
I
sort
mean,
of
it's
contrivance.
better than some
from
of the
the hag.
cities we've been in.
It's not. Which city? Name a city that's worse than this. This is the worst.
Yeah, but didn't
I'm
he
going
say
to make a
that?
city in our
only
lore
people you
that
need
is
to-
worse than this place now.
Challenge accepted.
You are going to travel there, and you're going to be like, did we go back to the Shadowfell? No, my lord. We're just very sad people.
This is
Yeah,
definitely
but
the
didn't he
worst.
say something about everybody he's met that's died has came from the village that we came from?
He sort of
So
implies
this is
that it was the
probably a
local...
pocket universe,
Well, right. Well, this
like
horrible...
Raven's Loft.
Yeah, this
I mean,
horrible
it
little...
sounds like you can just visit your family who's died, and like, they're literally just through a portal of death and destruction.
Right. That's an interesting bit too. But yeah, no.
Kind of what it feels like when I go visit my family. Oh, they're not dead. Never mind. Something else.
Somehow, I'm less surprised by the leg than I am by that.
I mean, listen. The Tree Father takes
And then,
all gnomes into the Great Forest after we die, and that's where we go.
As Jasper starts going off on this,
Yeah, and it's
Brambrick just fades off.
It's lovely,
Like,
and there's giant trees everywhere, and the souls of all good-hearted creatures go there, and it's a beautiful forest, and we all get to frolic about and
What-
sing, and there's feasts all
Oh,
the
he's
time,
still going.
and it's great, and it's amazing. That's where we go.
Oh, Don't be ridiculous. Heaven has free beer
Well, probably free, I would
and
assume.
bacon.
Well, that's what
Rejuvenative
says-
bacon.
What was that
Emeny
on?
says, Emeny kind of goes over to the barkeep and she's like, "Excuse me, I'm thirsty. Do you have water?"
No.
Sir? And he's just like, he's just like mesmerized by his lantern, just seeing his legs.
Emeny, back
And
this
she's
way.
like-
We have water. We have some water here.
She's like, "Oh, can I have some? Sorry, I'm really hungry and thirsty." She didn't give me very much.
No, I've got
She
water.
said I'd have the water I could drink out of the ground and I could eat the sun or something. I don't know what that means.
She said you could eat the what?
Son.
Eat the sun.
Oh,
I guess because plants eat sunlight or something.
I
Wow.
believe it's
I'm
Cedric's
really
child.
hungry.
you think so? Anyway,
I had these-
I actually didn't hear what she said. All I heard was the sun.
yeah. No, that'll be when we get back to back home where you belong. That will be an interesting little experience for you once you get to see the sun, and we'll see how that plans out. It'll be interesting. But,
Here, one
yeah,
sec, my
drink
wife's
this.
calling me.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll have a wife
Okay.
break.
Could take a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
We've been going for about 2 hours now. We could
Oh.
take a 15-minute.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Oh man.
Anyway, sorry. Enough tangent, but
All right.
it was funny.
So let's
I think I.
so we head back to the cave.
Yeah, I think I don't like this cave. I think I don't want to be in it anymore. It's a bad cave.
I feel you.
You're starting to sound like the townsfolk.
Well, to be fair.
Would you like a hit off my special flask?
You know,
My
something that
holdout
I've been
spirits.
No, I'm good. But, you know, something that's been bothering me for a while is, like, this cave had an active portal to this place, and they
Right.
sealed a creature of some kind in here. Wonder if
Right.
it was Artie.
I mean, I think we're thinking for something a little bit more imposing than Artie, right? I mean,
I think the creature's under the rubble, dead.
or trapped in the caves in the back, right? I mean, they might have just trapped
Oh,
it
Well,
in
we
the
can
tunnels.
walk
Yeah,
past
true.
where we went before and see how far it goes, but if it goes too far, I'd rather just try and go through the portal.
Yeah.
And we'll
Yeah.
do the same procedure as before. Tie up the rope. I'll go through first. I'll tug on the rope if it's bad, or if I can't make it all the way through, and you pull me back, and then we figure something else out.
You had said that you had been you were floating with sort of a current almost, or like falling down, down.
Yeah, so it's going to be harder to return
So-
unless we kill those things.
Right. Do you think you'll be able to spend more time in there if it's taking twice as long to get out? You barely made it through.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bran, I mean, come on, Bran. You were little baby arms on the other side. You could barely move. You were...
Yeah, but now I've got my feet wet. That won't happen again.
Oh, Bran. I suppose it just seems like it might not work.
Listen, the first time you go swimming, you don't know how to tread water. You barely know how to float.
Right.
I have literally gone over the falls and into the lake.
Yes,
I
but
know what I'm doing.
it's not the lake that bothers me. It's the sharks that...
Sharks don't live in lakes. See, that's the first mistake.
Right, yes.
You want to take my nifty new sword when you go.
I mean, I suppose that might help. He was kind of going for more the mad dash sort of,
All
thing.
right, I could use your nifty sword and this cane, and I'll be good. It'll
Maybe-
be fine.
Whoa.
It'll be an adventure. That's
Did
what
you
we
try-
are,
Business
adventurers.
in one hand and panache in the other.
Did you try and attack any of them? Did you try and kill any of those things on there? I mean,
Why?
maybe...
They did nothing to me.
What?
They didn't.
Oh, Bran, I
Says
appreciate
the altar boy.
I appreciate a bit of bravado now and then. You know, it's all well and
I don't
good.
know what you're talking about.
But
Look, I am perfectly healthy right now, am I not?
right
I was
now,
perfectly healthy back then.
not quite.
I mean, it was dark. You couldn't see quite well.
I could see just fine. I can see quite well in the dark.
I don't believe you.
We can do a puzzle game later, and we can test the theory.
Oh, look, the doorway's here. As we've gone to that point in the cave.
Oh, all right. Here's
So
what
should
Okay,
I step
so you
through
guys-
now, or should we go through later?
All right, you guys go to the cave.
Here,
Oh, I thought we were already traveling through the cave.
yeah,
apologies.
yeah.
You're
We
walking
could have
through
arrived.
town, basically.
Arrived
So,
on the outside
yeah.
of the
Okay.
cave. If nothing.
That conversation happened while we got to the cave and then started traveling into it.
Okay, so yeah, you through the town, past those just gray, bored-looking people, and that guy in the music, yeah, they really,
appreciate
I mean,
some
kind of look at you
bravado.
curiously. People kind of look at you curiously as they see your colored forms walk through among grayness, but nobody really says anything. You find that clearing with a cave on the other side, and you are standing in front of it. You want to go inside?
In front of the cave? Yeah, we'll go inside.
All right. You guys go into the cave, which is very silent, and you walk through the tunnel a couple 100 feet in, like before, a couple 100 yards, whatever, and pretty soon you see the little inlet on your left with the white portal, and the tunnel leading forward where there was a pile of rubble. It's the tunnel leading off, curving off to the right ahead of you.
All right. Here's my thought.
Okay.
What about two of us go into the portal with ropes tied and Hargus behind us, and we take a few shots at the creatures on the other side, and we see if we can kill them or take a couple out or make any sort of forward progress. And if it's not looking good, Hargus can pull us right back through.
Sounds like a plan. Do we want to investigate the rest of the cave first? There may be
And
another
he's
path.
like, what creatures are you talking about?
Nasty shadow.
You know how... Have you ever heard of shadow boxing?
No.
You know how you cast a shadow on the wall?
Yeah.
How would you fight your own shadow?
She'd probably just
don't
rip it in
know.
half with her tentacle arm.
That is what's in there.
It's a good point.
Kind of looks at her arm again.
Yeah, I forgot. I was operating under the assumption that we had to worry about Emeny now, but I feel like Emeny will protect us. We should all just go through the portal together. She will just kind of take care of things.
Jasper,
Yes.
I'm ashamed of you.
Are you, though? Because we all looked like fools fighting fighting that crazy man back in town, and she just handed him his little pale grey
What are you talking about? I don't remember a lick of that, because I was unconscious.
Oh. Yeah, no, she killed Artie, like, really easily.
Well, she's a strong, upright girl. Look at this young, fine
Yeah,
woman.
This is my
He
point.
pulled a glue on him.
With vine whips from her arms, so, like, yeah. I forgot, we probably don't need to worry about her so much going through.
I almost thought
Listen,
he was going to say,
Emeny.
I am glue.
No matter who you are, or what your body is, or what body you're in, you are always you. Just remember
Do
those
some
words.
squats to keep that stuff tight.
Because I guarantee you, I know what that's like. Now then, let's go.
What's in there? That other tunnel?
We don't really know what's down the other tunnel.
Sorry.
Back in back in the other world, there was a very
Bart is ruining me. Let my filter go. My Bard filter is ruined.
in the other world, there was a nasty monster
Don't
down
worry,
there.
we'll get it replaced in the next town.
See, that's what happens when I lose my wineskin.
You traded it. That's right. Got a good sword.
Oh, that's right. That was an empty one anyway.
You got to keep that brain lubricated, otherwise all the grime comes
Right.
out. Is that what it is?
That's it exactly.
Okay. Right. So here's a rope, Hargus, and I guess we'll need a second rope and tie you around with it. And can't we just get the ladder and shove it through and climb up it?
It was a 40-foot long ladder. No, it was a 20-foot, 25-foot, 25-foot ladder.
Yeah, which was the majority of this thing.
It was.
What are we gonna do? The old.
We could try.
I don't see why not, right?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how we will get it around the cave corner. Maybe we can ask for a collapsible ladder out of shadow.
It's a funky dimension. Maybe it'll just bend itself around it.
I've definitely seen some gnomish ladders that collapse down,
Like a
sort of
wolf
an accordion kind of situation, and then they stretch out. But those are difficult
Maybe
to
we
manufacture.
just get a harpoon shadow thing.
Those seem like a great idea until they collapse on you.
Right. Well, you got to get the latch in there, the safety latch. Anyway.
I mean, yeah. Let's just say it would be useful.
It would be.
To maybe consider that.
It would be.
I don't know why I didn't think about this 3 hours ago, back when we were in town.
The ladder
Or
was
back at
what?
The house.
It was 20
feet.
20 foot, right?
Some odd.
Yeah, it was 20 foot. And
I remember the pathway being like 25 feet.
It was.
So it's a little short.
Yeah, it was a little
but
short.
it's still 20 of that feet.
Yeah. I suppose we could go grab
Or
the ladder
15.
and try. Do you?
Okay, well, then.
Should we go grab the ladder and try? See.
Okay,
All right.
4 hours later.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Can we run?
Yeah. A brisk
Okay,
walk back
so
and forth.
you guys go back, walk all the way back and down. I assume not through the forest, right?
Not through the forest.
I mean, if I can be tempted.
You guys go into town, go back to Winnie's house, and you see that the hedge walls have started to unravel a little bit as the vines have withered. You see vines kind of splayed out and parts of the walls are starting to just collapse. Mm-hmm. And you see a bunch of broken pieces of ladder. You guys climbed up, but vines previously grabbed and just crumpled
Those
to
vines are
pieces.
still jerks.
So, do I have half of a 10-foot pole?
No. Jasper had a collapsed 10-foot pole, though.
Oh, that's true, you do.
Nothing really to lay it on or anchor it to, though, is there?
Yeah.
All right, back to the cave.
All right, spend another 20 or 30 minutes walking back to the cave.
1 hour later.
Emeny's like really tired at the point. Like she's just like trying
give
to
her
be
a
a trooper
piggyback
and stay
ride.
awake.
I give her a
Okay,
piggyback ride.
All right,
We can
she's like trying not to fall asleep. She's had a rough few days. She's kind of malnourished, not in a good place. She's tired, and so yeah, you give her a piggyback ride on the way back. And here you are at the cave again.
All right. Are we going in and trying to kill some of these things, or are we going to try and swim back all together, all at the same time? What's the plan?
I don't think the ladder is a good option.
No.
I think I should just go in, swim to the other side and be the anchor on the other
Try
side.
that again.
I
don't
mean,
think...
it comes for worse. If I don't make any distance, I'll just pull on the line.
Right. I don't think, even assuming you're able to make forward progress, I don't think you will make it to the other side. I think you will...
Without fighting or something?
Without dying before you get to the other side.
Well,
So you want me to talk to you?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't want you
All
to...
right.
to die in
Hargus, you
space
have your
between.
sword. I pull out my cane.
All right.
My
I'll-
shillelagh.
and 2 ropes to each of us. And unless you want,
The
I think
overdramatic flourish.
I think it's
handing
better.
the
I
sword,
think it's better for
homage to
you.
arm.
Yeah, I think it's better for you to be pulling us back in as opposed to me trying to pull you 2 back in. I don't really have what it takes for that sort of adventure. So.
Never mind.
Emeny can help him. Now, you stay here and just wait for us, okay? No matter what, just be... okay.
It's Emeny, by the way.
Emeny?
Not Emery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just...
Oh, you're silent.
Oh, wait, you're leaving me
I'm just
here
going to
alone?
call you M. Is that okay?
Emmy.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I was calling her
so
M&M,
just-
so you know,
So you're
BB.
just leaving me here by myself, or...
No, you're
what?
going to be here with Hargus. I know that that's probably more scary than just being here by yourself, but...
and his new shadow
Don't
dog.
worry, he's a good guy. He knows some good songs.
Is it Hargus
Okay.
and his new shadow dog Abishai? Is Abishai still following us
Braid,
around?
Sir Brainbrick,
Yeah,
win.
he's
Right through the portal.
followed around Hargus pretty much the whole time.
And horribly died.
Is Abishai having any reaction to being near the portal? Is he interested in it at all? I
He
mean,
hardly died, but he sure was shy.
He's
I don't know.
no, he's just kind of he's been
I
kind
just-
of passive this time.
I had a brilliant idea, and I'm going to whisper this. Why don't we just throw the dog in?
well, can you
Hey,
talk
I
to
know. I got a stick here. Hey, here, boy.
You throw it into the portal?
Heck yeah.
He watches it go through the portal and then looks back at you again.
Does it eventually spin
Right.
back out of the
Gotcha.
portal? Just like
I
slowly?
knew. Attaboy. I knew he was
No,
smart.
it disappears. Or actually, let's see.
So
No,
take
you throw a stick at the portal and it hit the. And just
didn't go through?
I didn't roll, did I? I didn't roll. Yeah.
and he
will
kind of
walk
looks at it
forward.
and then looks back up at you.
The stick
I'll
didn't
walk
go
forward and put
through.
my hand on the portal and see if I can put enough pressure to pass through or anything like that.
Your hand's right through the portal.
She said we couldn't go back. And I jumped through.
Oh boy, Jasper will follow.
All
through.
right. The gray
Wait a minute.
water.
Bancotha, guide my hand.
And you begin again floating through the abyss of this
As I
space
mind this
between
rule.
two planes toward the portal this time. As you start floating through, you see shadows swirling around you once again, and they
Are you going there? Are you
sense
going through
your
Superman
warmth
style?
and join you to take your strength. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, they're coming.
As
How
we
did I get
enter
through
and Jasper is next to me, I will say to
I
him,
don't recall.
you know, I just had a brilliant thought.
What's that?
I have a servant I can summon that could have just dragged us across or gone through with the rope.
That could have been quite helpful.
Well, get ready.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Jasper doggy paddles. That's a big 14 for Jasper.
That is a big 14 total.
All right, you go first.
All right.
Faster than the shadows, for sure. Bran, you're first. See the shadows start crawling around and being attracted to your heat.
Okay, so they're attracted to heat. Joking.
Or
I
life or something. They start.
Can
spinning
I
towards-
triple dash
This would be a great place for Stinking Cloud, too.
To the entrance. Oh gosh.
You
Take that,
flap
Genovese!
your arms and swim as fast as you can, but you're just slowly drifting towards the portal.
At a constant rate.
Yeah,
so I don't feel like I changed any. I don't feel like I changed any
Focus
momentum with any amount of movement on the first one. Okay, then I will take the dodge action after trying to dash with my bonus action.
Sounds good. You start for the.
How far away is it at this point?
About 25 feet.
And how far did we move?
You float 5 feet closer.
5 feet.
Okay, Jasper and Hargus, you guys.
Dang, that ladder would have worked.
Go through and everything. I guess you're just probably waiting for something to happen, right?
Yeah. So we're moving real slowly towards the other side.
Yeah, like he jumps in and then the rope's like just like slowly coiling through. Again, it's like jumping in water and slowing down. You know, it's like thickens your momentum sort of. Okay, the shadows reach out to attack you, Bran, Brett. There are 4 of them.
I guess.
Is Jasper not with me, or are all 4 of them coming from me?
I'm with you.
Did you both go through?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, Jasper, what do you do? I
misunderstood. So they are within 60 feet or so?
Yeah. I'd say they're like 30 feet away.
I'll chuck a flashbang at 2 of them.
Okay, so 2 of them?
Yeah, I'll take 1 in each hand and go throw it at 2 of them.
Cool.
The closest 2, I guess.
So describe what these shadows look like. Like which 2? The one shaped like what are you aiming at? Like what does it remind you? It's this amorphous sort of dark shape. What does this remind you?
What does this spilled milk look like to you?
As this guessing it, it looks like the way super dark clouds would stream across the moon on nights, when he was a kid, and occasionally he'd be looking out the windows of Copenhagen, across the valleys there, and he'd see the moon, which was so pretty, like giant near the horizon, and these dark clouds would go in front of it and just like consume the moon and make it
only with fake glitter on them.
Okay, yeah, so dark cloud is one of them, and then what about the other one that you aim it at?
A vicious dog-like creature that is what he remembers of the ones.
Jasper has a dog issue.
Yeah. It
reminds you of that makes total sense that it would remind you of like Abishai after fighting him and stuff. So okay, so the dark cloud and dog show. Okay, so flashbang bombs, dexterity saves.
Yep.
Natural 20 and
that'll do.
Natural 17. Ooh, so 19.
Okay. No, they're fine. They
dodge. Throw the bomb in between them, and they both swirl away at the last second. Yeah. But they kind of like shudder a little bit as the light kind of makes the greatness of this void.
Doggy paddle swimming intensifies.
Okay, yeah, you see Bran trying to swim as fast as he can too, but nothing happening. So how does this work? You guys tie a Hargus something?
Yeah, I didn't say parkour first.
We both tied a rope to ourselves, and Hargus has 2 ropes.
Okay, got it. Now I understand. Okay, now it's the Shadow's turn. So
may or may not be a terrible idea since he can't pull both of us at the same time.
2 are
spin like a corkscrew and just spin the rope around his body.
2 are going to attack Branbreck.
Plant my feet on the side of the portal and start squatting.
It starts It
Squatting
starts
and pulling.
like one of them starts kind of coalescing like a spear towards you, Breck, but you dodge out of the way. It misses. The second one is with advantage as well. That is a 13. Probably misses.
Miss.
Okay. It wasn't a hit, but because you're dodging, missed. The dark cloud one and dog one are going to attack Jasper. So they float towards you and reach out with dark hands to try and grasp some bare flesh. Yeah, that's a 23 to hit and a 20 to hit. Their first hits are really good. If you get them with disadvantage, though, for some reason it was not as good. Okay, so okay, Jasper. So you get twice. Take 10 points of necrotic damage from Cloud, and 9 points of necrotic damage from the Shadow. And your strength is reduced by
30.
6 points.
All right.
And that is their turn. So Branbreck, you're up.
So it's my next turn. So disengage and dodge.
Yeah, Jasper's like, I'm going back.
And how do I disengage? I do the swan, and then I dodge by doing the Superman.
Okay, not really moving much, so disengage doesn't do much, but yeah.
Well, I assume that I
you're
shift
moving around.
5 feet out of their space, right?
You're just not naturally, like, it's not like you're moving. It's not like you're trying to move their range. You're drifting and they're following along with you, so you can still defend. There's not really any opportunity that they can take. So, but you are dodging. So, Jasper,
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper.
Well,
is,
then can I action do dodge, but bonus action cast? Oh no, Mage Hand I have to do with an action, even though it's for the first time. Yeah. I think. Keep going.
So we came in and floated 5 feet away from the portal.
Yes.
Okay. So the other portal
So now,
looks still very far away, 20 foot away.
I mean, not far away, but you're just moving so slow that it's take you
20 feet away though, relative to how far we moved. So, Jasper's like shallow breathing, just like I have to go back. And he's gonna book it back through the other side.
Are you
grabbing the rope, pulling, trying to get back through. His full turn, everything,
so
trying to get back through.
With disengage,
yeah.
Through the pole.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hargus, just a few seconds after they jump in, Jasper comes crawling back into the cave with black handprints on his body. He collapses.
I'll start reeling in the rope as fast as I can.
So he's on the ground. You just like dragging him.
Oh shoot! I just realized something.
What's up?
Dang it. This caught me off guard because I was messed up with how this began.
It's not worse, is it? It's better.
No, it would be basically. Okay, this is what should have happened, and we'll see if we can resolve this. Branbreck jumped through the portal. Jasper, you tried to jump through the portal, and you just against the stone.
Oh no.
So we can kind of just. I don't know if you want to retcon that or what, but that's what should have happened.
We'll just say if he tries to go through again, then it happens that way.
Okay, it's a little too after all, but we can rewind if you want. That's what was supposed to happen. So we can say I won't make the other two shadows attack you if you want Branbreck, but yeah, we'll
so
just
say
that. Okay, so take off that image and strength. But yeah, you try to run into the portal and you just hard right there.
So the portal's gone?
And
if that happened, then
the portal's there, but like it's solid. Branbreck
but
went
the
right
rope
through,
is passing through.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I told you to leave this to me.
I'd pull him back. I'd try and pull him back through.
Well, maybe
No.
when only one creature at a time can go through.
We already did this once.
Isn't that how we did it before?
Yes,
Yeah.
but we
That's
could go
literally what we did
through.
before.
We were able to go
Okay,
through.
and Breck, Jasper, you feeling some pulling your rope back as you look around, and Jasper didn't jump
No.
through. Do you want to fight against
I'm
it?
not going to
Or
pull it back.
Yes.
okay,
I'm not
make
going to pull it back.
athletics.
He hasn't
Athletics
signaled
check.
that he wanted to be pulled back.
Jasper and Bran.
Oh yeah, I guess there is a signal.
He hadn't signaled me that he wanted to be pulled back. I'm not going to pull him back.
Okay.
I
So if Jasper
I have
concedes
to
that,
adjust
then-
it for the new situation.
Yeah. All right. Jasper
All right.
tries to grab it, and Hargus is like, "Nope, we're fine."
Okay. Cool.
right.
Well, I
Doesn't
haven't
happen.
got any signal that
is-
anything's amiss now.
Okay.
Right?
And then Branbreck dodges those attacks or whatever,
Okay.
and keeps dodging or whatever, and then it's your turn again, Jasper. So yeah, forget about the damage and stuff. I
Okay.
forgot about something.
Okay. All right. I'll roll.
So have I traveled 10 feet of the 20, or have I only traveled 5 feet of the 20?
10. You're 10 feet.
Okay.
You're almost halfway there. All right. So now what do you do, Jasper?
I guess. I guess I just stand there, not knowing what to do. The rope's slowly getting fed through. I guess just kind of touching it to see, like pushing slowly or fast, just trying to figure out what's going on. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
It says the pour is just illusion. Your hand goes right through the stone behind,
Oh.
and it doesn't do anything.
Oh, so I'm hitting the wall on the other side.
Yeah, it's just a solid surface. Okay, in that case, it is the shadows again. This time, 4 are going to attack you, Branbreck, but disadvantage.
Yeah, with the dodge.
Branbreck,
What's
no!
your AC, Branbreck?
15.
15. Okay, so have to roll. Okay.
Should have done something
It's a
to
myth.
increase my AC, I think, before I jumped through.
It's a miss. That is a hit, I think, because it's 21, even with advantage. And the third one is, and the fourth. So you take 1 hit. You take 9 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 3.
Okay.
That's their turn. Breck, you're up.
Okay, so it's another dodge, right?
Okay.
Okay. And again,
All right. And then
I
are you
only have to
guys
do
just
one more round of
waiting?
this.
Yeah, I guess so.
15 feet, guys. I just need to make 2 more turns. One more turn.
Yeah, there's 10 feet left. Okay, so are you guys just gonna wait for
Wait,
him
no.
to-
You said
for the
I was already
signal,
10
or
feet.
Yeah.
I just don't have any
So I went
reference
through
to
5 feet.
to be alarmed.
15?
I mean, it's-
then there's 10 more.
Yeah, it's 25.
As far as
So
I
it's
can
25, not 20.
Yes, 25. Yeah.
For
And you drift
standing-
5 per turn. Okay, so
standing
are you guys
outside
gonna
the
do
portal.
anything, or should I just resolve
What's that, Scott?
use that?
If we're standing outside the portal doing what we're supposed to, there's no reason for us to be alarmed, except that we're hearing what's going on between Branbreck and GM.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Dal. Am I wrong?
Jasper was alarmed because he didn't go through the portal, and that seems wrong. But if the rope's kind of continuing to feed through, I mean, his initial impulse was to pull it back, but Hargus, basically was like, no, we're gonna wait. And
I don't know what else to do.
no, it's
should
continuing to
I
feed, and
just resolve. Okay, so I just resolve this.
Yeah.
Till he gets to the other side or whatever. So we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
All right, so 4 more attacks with disadvantage. Miss.
As much as I don't like it.
So miss.
yeah.
Another neutral one miss. And they all miss. I
really wouldn't hear the last time y'all went through.
They seem to be getting just trying to. They seem to get flustered or whatever as they're trying. And
Question: Can I light a
doing
torch?
barrels and stuff.
Can I light a torch as my bonus action because of fast? No, fast hands is a thief thing, but I don't think I can do that with a
If you're a
action.
thief, I'd let you, but take an act.
You can bonus action
So dodge again.
dodge, right? Isn't that can you bonus action dodge as a
That's
rogue?
a monk.
Oh.
That's
So
a
it's
monk.
your
I
action.
can disengage,
Disengage,
sneak,
but not.
or
Yeah,
Gotcha.
or hide.
or hide.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what is your action then this turn, Brandbreck?
Dodge
You're 10
again.
feet away from the portal. Okay.
Dodge again.
I mean, yeah.
All right. That is a miss. They keep rolling so high on the first one, but your dodge is saving you.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so they all miss
Wow.
and are 5 feet from the edge.
Keep shucking and jiving.
What do you do for your last turn? Dodge?
Dodge again.
Or no?
But this time,
Right.
yeah, no, dodge again. I'm not gonna say anything, at least I jinx it.
Okay.
Good call.
All right. So they each try to grab you as you start floating through the portal. I think that's a 15 to hit.
Glancing.
Blow. And miss. And miss. And miss. Okay, so you only take 11 points in necrotic reduced to 5. And your strength is reduced by 2, and we'll say it's reduced to 1. You know, glancing blow on that too. Why not?
Okay.
So as you swim through the black portal, it feels something your foot and sucks the strength out, and then you kick away and fall to the floor of Blood Eye Cave. And you look around, and the door is sealed from this side. And you look around, and it's the same as before, just in that little niche. It's locked by the secret.
Okay, but the rope's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll walk a bit because I've only lost 4 strength, so I'm at 8.
Feeling
so
great.
I'm at pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, and I will back up around the wall. It's nice and dark in here. Oh right, blood.
Got some.
Wipe it on the wall.
All right,
Try and open it.
1 slashing damage, and wipe your blood on the wall, and it opens up.
I wonder if that's what happened when you couldn't go through.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Okay, and then I step through there, and I tug on the rope. And I'm doing the tug that's like, hey, you guys need to come.
Yeah.
It's good.
So he tugs on the rope, and you...
more vigorously than the
he
first
made
time.
It over.
Yeah,
he made it over fine, and from the strength of the tug, it seemed he's
all right.
A lot.
Good job, Hargus. I had panicked there, but how do we go through? And we can't. And he'll hold the rope and kind of pull through, and he goes through and hits the wall on the other side, right?
Like the rope's going through and stuff, but you're just like.
So it's still closed on our
what's
side?
taking them?
No, it's not closed. I can't go through the portal. I just walk through
it.
it.
Now I suspect I know what we need to do, but how do I...
What do you suspect?
Rationalize this.
Wait a minute.
Out of character I do.
What?
But
the only thing I can...
Did we have to open the portal each... in character, did we have to open the portal each time we went through?
No, we just came through. We all just walked through that. It was no issue. It does occur to me
to go through.
I'll examine around the portal.
Occur to me.
I've got a little
and
amulet.
Jasper's swinging another necklace on his finger.
Oh.
I've got a little amulet.
Maybe we need to put this on.
Yes, hold on to us.
Oh, bloody hell. That means... that means we'd have.
I can't say anything. I know what to do now, but I can't say anything to them.
We can all hold the amulet.
No, Jasper
in
just
our
pulled out
hand.
the necklace. He was saying that that's what he was swinging on his finger, is a
Yeah.
necklace.
But
You have
but you're
both of
wondering,
them.
I've only got
You have
one.
both of them.
No, I've only got one. That's what I was thinking.
Oh. Well, could we
Bran-
all hold on to it and pass through?
It's worth
Bran
a
was
shot.
still wearing his.
Right, Bran's got his on, but that's
Well, a simple thing. Let's just all grab a hold of it and try to walk through.
we could all.
I can't say anything. I'm not there. I'm just wondering what's taking
Nope.
you guys so long. It didn't take you this
You
long
are
last time.
you are a
Tugging again on
yeah,
the
you
rope.
kind of tug. You remember that Jasper was supposed to jump through you, and he did, and now you're
Right.
think about that, and you're like, why didn't he? I thought we were going to go together, that sort of thing. But
We could all try. We could all try having one hand on it, I suppose. Or if, I mean, the witch came through with. Go back.
Oh, they are trying to figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only. Going back and forth to get one person across each time seems like a bad way to do it. I don't know that we.
Well, it seems like perhaps the necklaces were anchors from one side to the other, but
Right.
I mean, we might as well just try to go through. I don't know what else
No, we
that would
can't.
eliminate that.
So, like, if I put this on right now, so let's just say I put it on. I'll put on the necklace and clasp it. And if I reach my hand through, does it seem like it's going into the portal now? That's kind of
hand goes through the portal.
yeah, but not to the rock on the other side. Yeah. Maybe if we hold hands, we could maybe go through together. We could try that.
Well, we got another rope. Let's just wrap it around all of us so we don't lose anybody.
Sure. Okay. The three of us can link up and then tell you. Yeah, I guess try that. Maybe we could try just being connected. So actually, yeah, that would answer it. So I put it on. Take my hand and see if your hand can go through. So reach through. Yeah.
Hargus's hand goes through as well.
Like it's using the portal, not touching the wall on the other side.
It goes through the portal.
Okay, through the portal. Okay, well, we all have to go together then, and we scramble along as best we can. I think it might be better if you wore the necklace, and then Emeny and I could kind of hold on to you, and you could spend your time trying to pull your way across, and we'd kind of just stick with you more, because it doesn't make sense for you two to try and hold on to me. You know what I mean? I'm the small.
That's fine, but let's tether.
Yes,
tether too, so nobody goes
I'm on board with
careening
the tether.
off.
Yeah, so we'll tether
So-
Hargus in the middle, Emeny and Jasper, on the sides, and then we'll both kind of crawl up onto his shoulders, and all run through together.
All right.
Okay. You take one look around the cave. You see Abishai kind of looking at you curiously.
Oh.
And
all right. Hey, hop on.
anything, Abishai?
I'll whistle at him.
Yeah.
See if he wants to go.
Hop on, Abishai. There's room for 3 on this Hargus.
He better not hump.
He seems like confused, like he doesn't really know what you're saying.
He might.
I'll speak in Sylvan.
He's just
and
looking at the bundle of ropes, all this stuff, and he's like, doesn't know what what's on.
We've tethered ourselves. So we put the necklace on Hargus. Oh, you're muted still, I think. Yeah. Okay.
I'll find out when you guys come through.
Okay.
Fair
That's
enough.
part of the reason why I walked away, because I don't know.
Surprise a bit. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll attempt to get the dog. I don't know. I'll call him over.
He
And,
comes over to you.
It's like, come on.
Trying to
See if he'll go.
doggy backpack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'll put my hand through his collar and just see if he'll go.
I don't have a call.
No collar?
Wild shadow dog.
Well, I'm not that attached to the dog. I had other reasons, so let's just go. If he can follow, he'll follow. If not, he won't.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, we'll hold on
I'm not
tight.
really a pet person anyway.
Bye, puppers.
Although it would have been cool. I think Hargus is that point. He wants to get his butt to safety, and if that means sacrificing a cool dog, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all jump through?
Yeah, we'll jump through.
All right.
Good night.
Okay, so
Okay.
you guys jump through and Hargus starts pulling with the weight of essentially two little kids on his back. You can go at half speed. So as you enter the void, Jasper, it is your turn first.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Before I go through, Bancotha, guide my hand.
There you go.
Okay, and you jump through. So Jasper, holding on to Hargus, is pulling up through the rope and stuff. You see the shadows start swirling towards you. What do you do for your turn?
Well, I'll stay true to what I said the first time, and I guess we could do the same. You want to do the same attack rolls and stuff that I missed the first time, or?
Yeah, sure. We'll say that you throw the flashbang bang and
they miss and
dodge out of the way. Okay. Okay.
Can
so
I
Hargus,
pull rope now that it's slack again?
Yeah, we give
And
the
start
signal
just
that we're coming
pulling
through.
it
Yeah. We give
it goes taut and you start feeling pressure on their sides. Start pulling it. Okay, so Branbreck, go ahead and make a strength check.
All right.
Yeah. Who's doing what?
Brambeck's making a strength
check to see how he can pull you.
I had to make sure my strength was on 8. For some reason, I did override instead of modify, and so it was saying the wrong number because I typed in 3.
Okay.
So,
all right. What's your strength check result?
I am, I'll just roll my normal dice because it's a freaking
digital dice. Bah.
They always
just a strength check, right?
Yes.
That would be a 10.
10. Okay. Branbreck pulls you 10 feet through the portal. So you're almost halfway there already. Okay, so Hargus, do you just spend your turn climbing as fast as you can?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard enough stories to know I don't want to spend any more time in here than I have to. I have a feeling that's going to be my best defense is run. So.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. So you crawl as fast as you can, Bran pulling from the other side, and you get almost through the portal, and the shadow each attack. Okay, so the one is going towards. We'll say that those two attack you like before, Jasper.
I'm going to trick Jasper
and then one going to attack you, Hargus. That probably hits. That's a 22 to hit. So Hargus, you take 9 points of damage. Your strength is reduced by 4. So a shadowy hand comes out and grabs you, and you feel the strength in your muscles just atrophy as it sucks his strength out of you. And then one is going to attack Emeny. She is dodging, though, so we'll see what happens.
Smart move,
That's a natural 20. She's dodging.
Good idea.
And that's a
gonna pull her Bane hand out again.
7 to hit, so it misses Emeny. And you guys managed to pull out through the other side, and all land heat in the Black Cave once again. Finally out of that dark realm for good.
Yeah. As soon as they're out, I light a torch.
Shazam!
Pick up Emeny.
Emeny.
Emeny. I pick up Em, and I give her the piggyback, and we start sauntering out the cave.
All right, she seems a bit heavier than before.
Jasper, in a familiar scene to some,
Bran, having tact, does not mention her weight increase.
Good call. Yeah. Jasper's got to take off some gear because he has a strength of 2 at the moment and has been reduced significantly below half health. He's at a third of his health, and he can barely move. So he's strength of 2. So he's
Brambrick is attempting to give her a piggyback. The first thing he says is, "What took you guys so long? It was a lot quicker last time. What was going on?"
Unless you have the necklace on, you can't go through. So it took us a second to realize that's what was going on.
Why didn't you wear the necklace earlier?
Because I figured it was probably cursed or something like that. Still,
I guess it all works out. I'm still wearing the necklace.
Wiggling, trying to get his pack off. Just.
How can we destroy?
What's that?
Hargus,
can we destroy this? What?
First, I was going to say, Hargus, what happened to Jasper? I'm acting like nothing's wrong with me.
Maybe all those crickets finally caught up with him.
Ooh, I don't want to be in this cave when that happens.
Not the shadow beasts that just clawed us to pieces. No, it's probably the crickets. Good call. Probably the crickets.
I'm telling you, man, they're bad for your health. You should stop eating those.
He tries to do a sit-up, but he can't sit up.
Oh, the roughage.
So he
just
has
work the corn.
He has to kind of roll onto his side and then onto his stomach.
An evil grin slowly curls onto Brambrick's face as he gets a Grinch-like idea, and he's like, you could use a good laugh, couldn't you?
Yeah, she's kind of stunned at what just happened, full of adrenaline.
He puts her down.
Really realized how much danger she could have been in. She's just kind of like she's alive, and she sees the cave thing. There's no light, so she's like.
He puts her down.
No, Hargus has lantern problem. Okay.
Yeah, he puts her down. And then it's like, Jasper, my old friend, let me help you get that off.
I got it off.
I go directly to his sides and start going like this.
Oh, the tickle?
Yeah.
That thing where you're too weak to actually laugh?
Yeah. I'm like,
this is...
Emeny,
okay, you're making this weird. It might take it off.
Emeny's like, he got hurt by the shadowy things, so probably not. Don't hurt him more.
I'm not hurting him. I'm making him feel better.
What?
See, he's laughing. He's enjoying himself.
I guess I lost the doggy.
Oh, did he not?
He was a good dog.
Did he not follow us through?
I guess not.
Nah.
At least now you know where the dog is, so if you ever want one, you can always go back.
I don't want one enough to volunteer to pick up poop.
Right.
Also, what's the total weight that I can carry with the strength of 8? It should be what times your...
I should have given my jerky though.
15 times 8?
So 120 pounds.
Okay, I'm good. I only have 78 pounds on me.
Everything's heavier, but you're okay.
I can manage
How heavy is she?
9-year-old?
9-year-old girl?
I've got it.
Google search that for us really
50,
quick.
50 pounds or
I
something?
think I'm doing better than the two of y'all right now.
She's like 50 pounds.
Okay, I can't carry her
So,
anymore
Right.
then.
Okay,
I
so
could
yeah, you're like,
before.
okay, no.
Yeah. We'll walk
Not
out.
happening.
Yeah.
Just
So
hold her hand.
she's kind of looking around. She's like, where are we? Is this? So this is the real Black Blood Eye Cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, it's scary. I thought it would be. At least
Yeah, it's kind of a
compared to that
boring
other-
place, actually.
Wow, I never knew what was in here. Mom always told me how I shouldn't go in here. Some bastard get, but I don't.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't
Well, she
think
wasn't
any-
completely wrong,
Yeah,
but she
sort
also
of.
wasn't right.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
Still a good rule, probably.
I mean, when you're a adventurer, when people say it's dangerous, it just means, oh, that's a job that needs to get taken care of.
Jasper
It's like-
uses his telescoping pole to, like, lever
That
himself
actually
onto
was
his
pretty
feet.
good.
So what does he just like grab it, activate it, and then have it push himself
Yeah.
up?
He's like, I can't wait to tell Caleb that I actually came in here. He'll be now I can dare him to come in here, and he'll be too scared, but it's not that bad.
Right.
Don't
Can I go
do
see my
that.
mom now?
Yeah,
We're gonna
take you
walk
back.
there. We do
Well,
need to
but
get,
before
we
you
do
swallow
need to
the
make
pill,
sure that
what's
you're
the pain?
taken care of and safely returned and everything that way. Plus, we need to explain your newfound abilities and see if that's going to be a problem in the future for you.
All right.
We should probably get someone to take a look at that.
As we walk out of the cave, Brambrek may or not trip on the trap that he lattice worked earlier.
You see the trap been like sprung and dismantled by somebody.
All the villagers running in or something.
Yeah,
Who could have
there
done
are
this?
some groups came with you, but
Probably this
They
corpse.
disturbed it.
It could have been
guys
this
go out to sort of to late afternoon sunlight, and all the colors just like dazzle you for a minute, because for about 24 hours or more, I can't remember how long you were, but thing was just so great, and the lights just like hurt your eyes for a second, and Emeny looks even more pale in contrast to everything around you now that you notice, and she's just like home, and just like running with the rest of the strength that she has towards.
Well, I'm
towards the
holding her
town.
hand. I'm trotting with her.
Okay. Well, yeah. Once she realizes she's in her home territory, everything looks familiar. She just like starts running. So do you
I'm like-
keep hold of her and just run with her and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, wait,
Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
This old
Jasper's
man.
like Jasper's running all slow behind the.
You guys run into town, and the some of the other townsfolk see you like run past, and they're just, that's her. Emeny's back. They did it. She's back. And like word just like spreads really quickly, and a crowd starts kind of like following you or whatever.
Kermit
And
the
you
Frog
run
goes,
toward the you run to the kind of the town square, and people are coming out of their houses to like see what the commotion is and stuff, and you see Catherine, and she just like bursts into tears as Emeny runs to her arms, and she picks her up and just like around in this hug, and Catherine is just like
Does the
pulling her
vines like
as-
go around her waist?
Sprouts flowers.
No, they just kind of just the vines at the end just kind of hang out, sort
And
of
then I
flop
say-
around like they're life vines.
Okay.
And
Now- Catherine. Oh, sorry, you fish.
Yeah, just everybody is just like cheering and stuff. You see the Reeve appear, Jasper, the other Jasper, and he just looks like completely confused, like, "Where did you guys come?" sort of thing. You also see Bran, and those of you with high enough wisdom or insight would notice that he looks like super overjoyed as well, but he's trying to hide it somewhat.
Not dealing
just
with that.
Everybody else is just like crazy, like asking you, like, "Where was it? What happened? Who did it? You guys disappeared. Where did you go off to?" Just asking you a ton of questions and stuff.
Now, everyone, wait for my compatriots to Where are they?
Hargus is like help Jasper across, yeah.
And then let's see. First things first. I believe we've completed your request. We have returned your daughter and figured out the case. However, you do need to take care of her. She has gone through a bit of a difficult experience, and you will have to have a mage or some cleric, high-level cleric or something, to look into her. We made a scroll of some curse that Winifred had put on her. As you can see, she has some lingering effects of that, and it's best to get that treated as soon as possible.
Catherine kind of sits her down or whatever, and she's just like, "Oh, what did she do to you?" And like looking at her arm and stuff, and trying to kind of like tug on the vines, and Emeny's like, "Ow, no, don't do that. It's actually under and stuff." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Where's Davis? Maybe he can." And so they like try to go off and find Davis, and the Reeve is like, "I'm sure there's a very crazy story as you did this, but you're right. You did what you were supposed to do. We were, I'll be honest, we were kind of not happy with you when you disappeared. We thought that you had been cahoots with Winifred or whoever did this because you disappeared as soon as she did. However, we wonder why you left your boat cart here and all your boats, so we weren't quite sure.
Okay?
We knew that you hadn't left town, per se. Some people said you went into the cave and disappeared and didn't come back.
We did.
You should look glad that cave.
Catherine was sided with grief when you promised to pay the ransom and didn't show up. We didn't know what that was all about. Apparently that was not real because you found her, or maybe it was, I don't know.
No, that was what's her name? The drunkard in the town, the tiefling. That was her doing.
It was? How do you know?
Oh, yeah, she took ink and scrawled paper and wrote a ransom note from the stuff she grabbed from the warehouse.
Really? Well, we'll definitely have to curb that. That's going too far in terms of, we've put up with her for a long time, but if she did something sick like that, I'm going to have a word with her.
Yeah.
A good bully would be a good distraction after all this misery.
Yeah. Anyways, long story short, Winifred was a hag, was upset at Catherine, getting into her garden and messing around with that and playing with that. So she decided to kidnap her in the middle of the night and take her to her home in the shadowy plain and attempt to turn her into a tree.
Okay. I will ask no questions. I believe.
I don't know what else I could tell you.
We never did investigate that dude that was a into the tree.
What was that?
You know what?
He never told us about it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I will gladly sign off on your quest for the guild.
Excellent. It's a
Make
pleasure
sure
doing
that
your
it.
business.
Yes, thank you much again for doing it.
I'm honestly kind of
is there
surprised we
anything-
lived.
I'm just a little bothered that he thinks he's my boss.
Who does?
Who's your boss?
This fellow.
Jasper?
Well, no, he's
Hello.
a contractor.
The mayor?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put my knife up.
No, he's just certifying that we finished the job, so to speak.
I'm no domestic, sir.
But no, we greatly appreciate that.
So,
You're
he's
welcome.
Thank
I
you.
gotta
And
extend that
I
to
mean, you've definitely gotten some supporters for the Valiant Allies Guild. You did very well. I'll be honest. Some of us did not understand your methods very well, but I definitely go back on my words. You knew what we were doing all along, and
It's part of
you did it.
it's part of our modus operandi. We make it look like we're kind of bumbling idiots to lull the ne'er-do-wells into a
No, what you're
false
talking about,
sense of
I
security.
walk with strict confidence in everything I do.
Right.
strategy.
I do.
See what I mean?
Well, anyway,
Bumbling idiots.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to work this out, and we will definitely call on the Valiant Allies again in the future. This is wonderful. Thank you much for what you've done to our town. You've restored hope and apparently gotten rid of a huge threat. Although I'm not really sure what we're going to do without an herbalist and in the town, but
Probably
we'll
hire
find
one from a reputable source.
Yeah,
Collapse that cave.
pretty sure that anything would be better than a hag in disguise, and so
Right.
yes,
just saying.
we'll look into that.
I've been told you had a light touch.
We uncovered way too much dirty laundry in this town, and then we had that. So
yes, we heard some of your voices when we were cleaning out her house looking clues.
Oh, really?
One of you
that's where we were murdering the hag
to a dog, something.
Oh, yeah.
There's a thing. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It
let's
was
not
odd.
talk about that particular one. Pretend
Anyway,
that might never happen.
if you want to come down to the now that she's a hag, maybe they're not safe. I was gonna. We found some potions of Winifred's, and I don't know if you want them. Now that we know she's a hag, I think we'll just dump them out. Who knows?
I could
take
like healing potions, but
cautious.
I could take a look.
all right, come down to the come down to the town hall and you can check them out.
All right,
and
great.
he takes you there. There are 5 normal healing potions,
Wow.
and there's a couple of potions. Not sure what they are. There's one that's got kind of a whitish liquid, and the glass. The potion is like frosted, as if it's in, the freezer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one that has and one of them is yellowish, and it kind of reminds you of that eye in a jar because there's a strange sort of hole that looks like an eye, sort of look around and sit. But maybe it's just your imagination. Maybe it's just what what you looked back on before. It's like yours if you want them, but we do not want them. So
Right. I'll
Freed
make sure
them.
that they're not
Right.
anything nefarious. It'd be interesting to see what you had available.
We have a few more errands to run before we go back up to say Hupperduke, but that is not the name of the town.
Hardale.
Hardale. I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering that name. But before we go up to Hardale and return to the guild, we have a few contacts that we just need to, tie up some loose ends, or at least talk to a little bit. At least let them know where to contact us or otherwise. And specifically
I'd be happy to tell them if you want. I'm sure you want some rest. You're free to stay in the inn free tonight. Free drinks, I think, if you wish.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You look quite bad.
I could do that.
Bad.
I feel very bad.
What are you talking about? It's like
the gnome can barely stand. I mean, look at the poor lad.
He just gets like that sometimes.
And you like you've been scratched to death. Was ear-side dwarf? Oh man.
Yeah, I've been turned to him
your...
like this the whole time, just like talking to him to the side.
You know, actually,
He's
Bran.
just like, you look like you've been through a horrible lord.
I'm actually
sorry.
curious.
Ret.
It has been terrible. I think actually, there have been little gnomish inventions. I know that are little fake ears. I know some of the older folks back in Copenhagen used to get them. They'd kind of like fold in, right, and then you could like extend it out and it'd be a big dish, you know, kind of like telescope sort of, like into a large cup sort of thing. And then when you were done listening, you just kind of fold it back into place.
The built-in parachute.
So I'm sure we could.
Oddly enough, Jasper was on the side that the ear is missing, so he never heard any of it.
Just smiling.
You might be just
smiling.
He was kind of looking at Jasper talking, and then realized, I can't hear him.
I think you're overestimating.
I'm not going to let him know.
The ear a little
And
bit.
then he spent the rest of the conversation wondering if he cared.
I don't know if you want to establish.
I don't think I care.
I don't know if you
You
want to
just have
establish
disadvantage. You're not deaf.
by
like-
canon that you're that deaf.
I mean,
Yeah, dude, this is
we'll
really
say
gonna
for
help
this
my
first
workout
day,
for the
yeah,
day.
there's like say for this first day, there's kind of a whistle or whatever. But after this, like, it's not terrible. I have disadvantage on
When I had one ear go out on me, I couldn't hear anybody on my left. Even when I was facing them, I always had to turn.
Yeah, well, but you didn't.
So-
Your eardrum
But if
wasn't
you're looking
ruptured.
straight at Jasper, then you can hear me.
Oh, no. He was like to my left, and I was looking over at him at my left, is what I'm saying. Because the town's mayor was on my right, and then
Right.
So
Jasper
you
would have
turn
came up
your
to my
head.
left, so I was just kind of left looking at him.
Yeah. So you hear Jasper say.
And then you turn your head, and he's like,
And then it just goes back into place like that. It's really handy.
Yeah, and then I finally realized and turned my head the rest of the way, but I don't hear I only hear like the final piece of your conversation. I was like,
Yeah, so just let me know.
I'll look into that at some
just
point.
let me know, yeah.
Yeah, I totally will.
Yeah. All right, I need to
What's
sleep.
he saying?
I need to
Is
sleep so bad.
Jasper conspiring for us to lose limbs so he can secretly aspire to turn us into gnome cyborgs?
Oh man, Jasper would love
That's
that.
Jasper's ultimate plan.
Yeah.
He's
That
not
evil
nefarious.
bird.
He's just mad
Yeah,
scientist.
just enthusiastic.
Something to think about.
I am
Something
very enthusiastic about my work.
I love my work.
Why have an organic tissue that decays with time when you can replace it with metal?
This is dancing dangerously close to a show that shall not be named.
Jasper's a little more interested in getting himself a vine whip arm. he's gonna keep tabs on Emeny and see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Interested in that after seeing
Nay,
that.
laddie, nay.
We wrote down that ritual inscription, in great detail. So he's a little more. He wants a vine whip.
I
arm.
do have the books.
Yeah.
Although we could have probably searched some more for books, and whatnot. But
He wants to find some magic user that can do that same ritual and give him a plant body. That'd be pretty sweet. We'll keep tabs on Emeny and see how she fares over the next few years here.
you're gonna have to do some sort of
Yeah.
Venus flytrap, or you're not gonna get your bug count in.
Yeah. Works for me.
Actually, you want to go talk to Silky and just make sure everything's going well that way, and that she has our contact and knows where to find us and stuff that way, and see how her stuff is doing.
Yeah.
But
If you could let her know, I'd love to talk
because
to her.
I'm short on time, I really just want to hear the synopsis from Austin of what this adventure was and what we did completely different than the expectation.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just finish there for
Yeah.
now and
Make
do
our
a
way back to
little
the...
behind the scenes thing.
I want to do a behind the scenes thing.
Lift the
Okay, so
kimono.
yeah, you guys go back to the tavern. A lot of people just take the rest of the day off to sort of rejoice because once things down, Fred, people got really freaked out, and now that they found out that I was taken care of and that that Emeny's fine and everything. There's like a celebration. You guys, get free drinks and everything. The store, a lot of people don't to believe anything you tell them. They just think this was a store, and that happened to me. So and you just have a great time and finally go to sleep and rest well and level up to 5th level.
Sweet.
Exciting.
Finalize those. Okay, my objective with this thing was usually when I do adventures, I'm heavy on the combat. Like I try to make interesting combat encounters, that sort of thing. I've realized after doing this adventure, for this adventure, I had to do something different. So I was like, focus more on like soul stuff and like a whodunit sort of thing. And so I made all of those, people, and I put some sort of secret that they had, and like rumors that would be said about that person. Pretty fun. And I'll definitely answer any questions you guys. But after I did this, I think I realized I like combat heavier ones better. Like this was fun, but it was really I don't know, I like more action and stuff. So this was really fun, but I think in the future I'm gonna stick to my thing. So it was good to branch out and see if I liked it, but I don't know.
I really liked it. It was a fun format.
It was fun for us.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was light on the combat, but it made the combats more interesting because
I definitely enjoyed it a lot. This is just the type of adventure that I don't know if I'll do nearly often, that thing. So good to experience. Yeah, and I definitely had fun making the characters, and it was good practice making up how they're tied to each other and how I incriminate each other. That was really fun.
Yep.
But do you have any questions about specific people or parts of it?
Well,
I don't know if you're ever going to hear again the game.
We kind of figured out a bunch of things, like after Winifred, a lot of puzzle pieces fell into place, and then realizing, the hag went to the Shadowfield, she went to the middle of town and then disappeared to the Shadow Realm. That's why the tracks disappeared, right?
I think she went back to the cave, right?
Which tracks?
Yeah, I think we lost the tracks just because of the rain and stuff.
The tracks that went to the middle of the city, or the middle of the town square, and then disappeared, and they couldn't tell which direction they went.
Oh, to be honest, that was all just sort of irrelevant.
Flavor.
It's all just irrelevant. That was supposed to be a dead end, and you were supposed to do a bunch of investigation beyond that. Yeah. So there wasn't much evidence at the scene of the crime.
Right.
Okay.
What did happen was she used Dave's spell casting focus to cast sleep on Emeny, and then she kidnapped her and took her away to the Shadowfell. Basically.
Gotcha.
And she had taken the spell casting focus from Falia, who had stolen it from him, and so that was supposed to be kind of a red herring, like, Falia stole it, so it must, just all sorts of little like there, and I think I overdid that a little bit, and it made it a little confusing.
Made sense.
So that was a learning experience for me, but mysteries are definitely hard to write.
They are.
There's a lot of little cheats you kind of have to do, where you basically have to just say, okay, these are 3 points of evidence. I don't know where they'll show. I'll just kind of give it to them when they look for them, and it'll just move the story along. If you said, okay, it's going to be in the barrel behind the house, they may never look there, and then they'll just be stuck, and so stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the inspiration for Shadow vision of everything is definitely like Zelda Link to the Past, like a Dark World version of it. I had been playing Link to the Past, months ago, 3 months. How long has this adventure been going on? I don't even know.
I could check for
That's a
you.
good question.
Whenever
I don't
that
know how
was.
long.
Here, you guys chat
long
for a
time
second.
ago.
I'll
Anyway.
look back.
Yeah, a month ago that I was playing. I guess it was a while before Aaron's act ended anyway, and so that's when I'm playing it. And so I thought it'd be cool if there were like, and so I had to make sure you guys explored all these different areas in the material plane, and then when you went to the Shadowfell, there was a counterpart for each of those locations as well. And you didn't visit very many of them, but that's okay. That would be fun to think of. And,
So we could have gone to like the ruins in the Shadowfell that were the Forest Gnome ruins, and maybe have found something else out for Jasper.
Oh well,
maybe.
Jasper's definitely going
and
back
I
to the
guess if you
ruins.
guys
We can go back.
The
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. The ones with the
he's talking
Siliqui's looking
the
at.
shadow version. The
Shadow. No, he's pretty sure forest gnomes are firmly in place in this world. They don't have any truck with that world. He's convinced himself
you
that
might find out some history there.
Yeah. No,
you guys stay Shadowfell very long. Every day you did, you'd have to make a wisdom saving throw, and you start turning grayer and getting like apathetic and like going crazy, basically. But that didn't.
I don't know
work.
what
You
Bran
guys
would be like apathetic.
I know. I was kind of hoping that you would roll that, because then you'd completely change
unmotivated
personality. Just be like, I don't feel like doing anything.
So it looks like we started.
The Gray Merchant.
Oh yeah, the Gray Merchant.
Yeah, his pretty fun.
Yeah,
so they're cool encounters we missed. What
was the cool encounter we missed? You don't have to tell us details if you plan on using it again.
There was a person in Scorn Hollow that I think would have been interesting to you.
If we talk to more people in the town, kind of a thing.
If you would have looked at a certain place. So
yeah,
I'll say that much. Yeah. If you guys go here, even if it's not my art, if you want like temporarily over what I can. I don't know if people want to though. It's a terrible place and
it's pretty bad.
Terrible way
it's
to
actually
get
kind
there.
of cool. I want to incorporate that planar effect more, especially now that we have a bard that worships the deity over such a land.
I know.
I don't really.
A couple good roll for Hargus. That you've got a couple of pie points with the couple of death. So
you've got her ear.
I kind of see my
depending on
Hargus sees himself as serving all of them. But what were you asking?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. We were just saying that you've got Bancotha's ear.
Oh,
gotta be careful though, man. She might be jealous. She might be the jealous type.
Also, who has Branbreck's ear? Did you keep it?
I was kind of curious.
Did you keep
Does anybody have actual
Jasper picked it up.
I think the dog ate
Jasper
it.
has it.
He gets
Okay.
back. So,
Yeah, if you didn't want it, Jasper wrapped it up in a piece of cloth and stuck it in his pocket. If nothing else, you can get a mold made of it for a prosthetic match.
I'll go for a regrowth spell. I might actually need that ear back, but we'll find out why later.
Oh.
There were a few combat encounters you missed, because you didn't explore much of the town, which is probably for the best. Those shows were way stronger than I thought they would be, but then you didn't really attack. You mostly just
but strength damage.
Run away!
Outsmarted them and stuff. So that was
those
good.
2 attacks took Jasper down to a strength of 2 and a third of his health. So he was down to 11 HP.
If Rick would have been, he could have maybe tanked for you guys, and you could have, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
So how did you expect us to actually get there? Not through the portals, right?
It had to be through the portals.
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd follow her into portal or something. You guys just examined the cave immediately, found it, which kind of expected things, which I definitely didn't expect that, but it worked out well. Not sure if you guys pretty
Question
much
number
found
2.
out all the stories, all the suspects and stuff, I think.
and the secrets that people have.
Mostly. Yeah. Each person except one had a secret. I thought it was fun to have one person that just
was
didn't
just
have
them.
a secret at all. I don't know if you figured out who it was, but
Is it Davis?
I think it was Davis.
Davis doesn't have a secret. He's just
he's just
Davis
kinda
is just
has
weird.
some-
He doesn't have a
he
secret.
just-
He's just super
yeah,
sus.
he just has weird, like he just kind of has an addled mind for
I mean,
magic or
he definitely
he's just socially awkward, but he's a nice guy and he has no to hide. It's creepy. So
he's
I think
definitely
that's
drinking
hilarious
some
that
like
Bran
magic.
suspected him.
Yeah, he's like magic potion, like, you know, stoned all the time, right? He's like brewing up these crazy lithium quaalude potions.
Breathing too many vapors.
Yeah.
well, not potions, but he like schools and stuff, and experimenting with spells. So it was like how long he's been doing
Did he
that.
mess
and,
up on a
he's just-
modify
He
memory
might just be
spell at some
weird
point?
too.
Call me motion. Call me motion.
No,
Yeah,
he's
he may
been
just
breathing paint out of a bag
that
too long.
person's, but just slightly insane.
What's that? He's been huffing
He's
his
just
own
an
potion.
eccentric wizard.
Yeah, it's
That's
kind
pretty
of
funny.
the
So-
weird guy in town who everybody is just like, yeah, he's a nice guy, kind of weird,
Question
but
2. How is Bran
Guys-
Breck not dead?
I'd love to
I
keep going, but
do
I
not
gotta
know.
go to bed.
All right, man.
Okay,
Bye,
thanks, Scott.
See ya.
Thanks,
See ya.
Well,
Scott.
enjoyed
See you
it.
later,
Yeah.
bud. Bye.
I guess
But
I'll turn
seriously,
it off first.
I have never played such a brash, action-prone character as Bran Breck before, because I'm typically a fairly cautious and like methodical player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
Uh,
surprised. Like, I thought maybe the shadow would get you, or
The
the
friggin' shadows.
the trees would get you.
I mean, for crying out loud, he was lucky
or-
enough. He just he
No.
just
Or,
puts on the necklace,
Fred would,
jumps through the portal
man.
again.
No,
You
I
were super
I
lucky.
thought 5 rounds of going through there was going to do it for you. I thought you were going to die. I was like, oh, that's it. 5 rounds?
Oddly
No
enough-
way. He's dead.
The most simple creature is the one that wounded me. It's just a rabid guy in the town.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Well, he just got the
He-
finishing
yeah,
blow.
Artie,
Yeah, I was at 9
Artie
HP and I
was,
didn't want to get close, but yeah.
yeah, Artie used the statistics of a ghast.
Like,
That was
it's
pretty-
fun playing Brambrek this way because,
Yeah.
like, I have arcane trickster spells like Unseen Servant that I could have had go through the portal
Oh boy, that would have
or
been
like
great.
cast it once I got into the portal and
Right.
have it drag the rope to the other side and then climbed.
Yeah, an invisible
I could have
servant just
done that.
pulling the rope through would have been totally unnoticed by the shadows. Probably, maybe.
if it was wearing the necklace.
Yeah, which
If it
it
was
could have
tickets
done.
and-
It can
yeah.
wear objects like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man.
it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
silly,
Yeah.
but
That's
that's
too
not
funny.
Brambrek's modus operandi.
But it could be if we
Anyway,
ever want to go
was-
back. That that's the way to do
I-
it if we want to go back.
I am surprised I am still alive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I have
I'm very surprised too.
I
like,
don't want
wow,
Bradbrick
it
to
was
die, but at the same time, I'm
inevitable.
like, this guy
Clock is ticking.
is.
Clock is ticking.
He really fits the role of this hero special ops, like suicide mission dwarf that happened to be in the war.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was lucky then to live through the war, but
What's the
Question
old
two.
saying? The old saying, the gods favor children and fools. So, you know, he's
He's
just got
both.
the blessing of the gods on him.
Question 2:
yes.
what are you guys' thoughts on Brandbrick? Like, do you have any odd thoughts or
Only
like
now
suspicions of
recently
him
that
or
he just-
otherwise?
I mean, of course, his whole anti-dwarf establishmentarianism kind of vibe is interesting. You know, it's obviously
How
something
he
going
only
on.
knows like some dwarven culture things, but not like
Or-
a majority of it. And
I mean,
doesn't
I guess from our
follow it.
standpoint, it seems like he's, you know, eschewing dwarven culture purposefully, like, you know, choosing to
Yeah,
identify more with other cultures, particularly elven.
Especially elves,
Yeah. So
Right.
it seems like he's making that choice to do that. I think from what we've seen, I think you've maybe teased some other potential kind of possibilities. Just this session, you seem to imply that body switching was something that he said something like when Jasper said that, the necklaces would like merge us together or brain swap us or something. You're like, oh yeah, body swapping. It's par for the course for Bran Breaker.
Oh no, you mean the time that I was telling Emeny, like, no matter who you are or what you are,
yeah.
it's you are always you.
Yeah, so it seems
Oh,
like we've
yeah,
got some sort of.
I didn't notice that.
I
You didn't notice that, huh?
Jasper was.
I noticed you peeked up at it, and so did Hargus or Scott, and I was like, I'll leave that.
Yeah, just leave that little.
Sounds like
tidbit.
something Bradbrook would say for no good reason too. So we'll see.
But no, there was one other thing too. It was something about like a brain swap or a body swap. Maybe I thought it was due to the necklaces. Like, what if we put on the necklaces and both of our brains switch
I made a DBZ
bodies?
reference about merging.
Or merging? Oh, that was a Dragon Ball Z reference. Oh.
It was a Dragon Ball Z reference of how in one of the episodes they both wear an earring on one side, and they do a silly dance and then fuse into a new powerful guy.
Well, neither Jasper nor Aaron have seen Dragon Ball Z, so they both thought it sounded like you were talking from experience and are puzzled and maybe thinking that a body swap is actually something that has been in Bran's life now because of that kind of a...
Think about it. No. But like, there's a lot of spells that you could soul transfer from one body to another. Yeah. You could reincarnate. You could... You can have ancient magic that doesn't exist anymore that does similar things or different things that way. Like, it wouldn't be common, but it's something that could happen,
possible, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe Bran Breck's just weird because he was raised by elves, actually, and not dwarves.
Yeah. It's one more question mark about old Bran there.
Or maybe he's a hipster and just hates dwarves because of how they're prejudiced to his elf friends.
Just dwarves are so mainstream, man. I mean, it's just like, gosh, it's like dwarves. Oh yeah, grow a long beard, dude. Yeah, you're so cool.
Right.
I'm gonna get
he's an interesting character. I have had a lot of fun playing him because he's an odd enigma for me. Because I like playing rogues, I like dwarves, but I've never played a dwarf rogue like this.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it. So he's fun. We'll find out more in like 2 weeks because next week I have stuff going on. I don't know if I'll be able to host or not.
Did you want me to do like one downtime session or anything?
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, we still got to talk to Siliqui.
That's true, yeah.
We got to do downtime.
And I can give you some info to transfer into the next one as well if you guys get to that point.
Yeah. So no, I think,
Okay, you can tell me that and I'll transition over.
So you don't think you'll be here next week?
No, most likely I won't be. Like, if on Friday I get a different job offer, I might take that one, in which case I'll be here. And then I will not have... then I'll be available. The current job offer I've taken while I was waiting on the other one to resolve requires me to do some training, but the training's in Arizona for a week.
Gosh.
So I have a flight that leaves on Sunday, late Sunday, and then I get back on Saturday, mid-Saturday or late Saturday. So I would be gone most of the week. And since I'm staying in a hotel and that the company's provided for, I don't know what my internet access would be or
most hotels
other things like that.
Have Wi-Fi these days, so maybe you could get on Wi-Fi with your phone and just kind of...
I don't have a laptop is part of the issue.
You could use your phone. Discord on the phone works pretty well.
Discord on your phone could work. That's what Scott's been doing a couple times.
Yeah.
Right. Remember, it cost me data, which is the whole reason why I wasn't using my phone before.
But if you're on Wi-Fi, it shouldn't cost you data.
Probably.
Yeah, data only if there's no Wi-Fi network nearby. So,
if it works out. Give it a shot. If
once again, I just don't know, so I'm saying... And I also don't know how long the training lasts each day.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know if I would be done at 7 or at 8 or if I'm off earlier in the day.
I don't want to...
Let us know. we'll work things out.
I just don't want to miss Bran flirting with Soliloquy in this upcoming thing. I've been looking forward to Jasper
Why do you
being present
think
for
Bran
that.
flirts with her? Maybe he's just like, oh, she's a beautiful elf girl. I
Indeed.
should be nice. Kind of like how I was like, this is a sweet little girl. I'm going to treat her nice.
Yeah,
Why can't he be a suave gentleman to every girl he meets?
absolutely can. He absolutely can.
Maybe he has a
Jasper-
preference to elves. We don't know that.
Jasper just wants to be there for it so he can look back and forth.
Jasper has some wild imaginations about Branbrick's love life.
He's just supportive, you know. He's a believer.
Supportive of what?
Happy,
Wild
well-adjusted,
imaginations.
well-adjusted relationships. He thinks he had a great, example
Let's
of.
talk about that blue-eyed gnome girl that we saw at the fair.
Oh,
Actually, I didn't see her.
I mean, he's thinking about her. He's the first forest gnome he's ever seen, so he's definitely thinking about her.
One thing I've always wanted to do as a DM is introduce like a really beautiful NPC character, and then at one point have somebody that's like a professional cosplayer or something come to the session as that person
That'd be
and
cool.
act out that character. Because one thing
That
I've
would be
done
pretty-
one of the things I've done previously is my friend Bryce, I had him record a bunch of like sayings and like voice stuff for a demon lord's castle. And so when they entered, I just played the voice recordings of him saying, "Get out of my castle! Who dares enter?" and stuff like that.
That's pretty good.
Because it wasn't my voice at that point, so it was for like
a
so
little
it was
extra.
fun.
Yeah, that's fun. That's pretty fun.
But I've always wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
Gotta-
it's fun to think about things that way.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Soliloquy? Yeah, I guess we'll have to figure that out. I mean, that's mostly your show with that. I might distract from your true objective of finding more about your family.
I think it'll work out all right.
Roots. Roots have never been applicable as a word more than to forest gnomes that are gone missing from their roots.
That's very true. Yeah. But you know, as the old saying goes, "Por qué no los dos?" You know, why not?
I do. No hablo Spanish.
It's this little girl in a commercial, and she at one point she's like, "Por qué no los dos?" And the translation at the bottom is, "Why not both?" So it's a pretty popular meme now to show this little girl going, and down at the bottom goes, "Why not both?" So
I haven't seen that one, but it's pretty
Right.
funny.
yeah, you can track it down. So no reason Bran can't make a love connection, and Jasper can't find out about some forest gnome family. So
Brambrick has... I can't say.
hashtag it's complicated. That's
Hashtag he doesn't want to die.
oh, it's very complicated.
Are you sure? Because the way he's
I was
been
gonna
acting,
say, evidence
Listen,
to the contrary.
He's one of those types that doesn't realize he's doing it, but thinks that he's not doing it. He's not flirting or anything. But he may get in trouble if certain people are around.
Well, anyhow, this is
Contrary to
why.
popular belief.
This is exactly why Jasper wants to have you there, or why Aaron wants Bran to be present while
Right.
we talk to Soliloquy, so that Jasper
But-
can observe and comment and maybe get into some of Bran's backstory by virtue of that situation.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys.
I'll catch you guys later.
Well, hey, thanks a lot. Austin, thanks for another great game. Appreciate it. And
Yep.
good
you
seeing
bet.
guys.
Yeah, we'll finish up next week, and
Awesome.
I'm excited to play again.
Yeah, sounds
It'll be
good.
fun.
All right, guys.
All right. See you
Later.
later.
Bye.
Get ready with your new characters.